Okay. Darren Geard, talk to me.
All good.
Let's get that a little bit closer.
Yep,
That's
all good.
It. Yep, no worries. That's your kill switch if you need cough or whatever.
Yep.
Gribs?
Yeah.
Afternoon. All good. Can you hear me, Chris Sayer? Yes, I can. So, stream might be going to air, so I won't say too much. It is? Okay, no worries. Just warming up. So if you're tuning in the stream already, we're going to be starting commentating at about 4 minutes' time here on Sea Park Radio and via the stream. So I've got Darren Geard with me this afternoon, Dave Gruber, Tony Webb on the boundary. So looking forward to a really good game. So talk to you in a few minutes. 90 seconds.
Shots up, beautiful up here. Warm up here. What's that? Yeah.
Welcome to Windsor Park here in Launceston, round 14 action in the TSL this afternoon. Big game between two teams that are pretty evenly matched on the ladder, and we're looking to take a W here this afternoon in beautiful conditions here at Windsor Park. My name's Dave Moore. This is City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. In commentary today, first of all, welcome to a good friend of City Park Radio. He's back after a bit of an absence, but it's great to have him back, and it's the regional manager for AFL Tas. That's Mr. Darren Geard. G'day, Geardy.
G'day, Foz. How are you, mate?
Good, mate. It's a bit chilly up in the balcony, but great conditions.
Yeah. Look, at least the sun's out on the ground.
Absolutely.
I think there's a few grounds around the northern region's been covered in frost early today.
Absolutely, and it should be a fantastic contest here in good conditions. Our stats man, Mr. David Gruber. G'day, Grubes.
Afternoon, Dave.
Battling a little bit of a cold, so we won't hear too much from you this afternoon.
No, probably not.
No, I'll turn your microphone off so you can have a bit of cough and splutter here and there. And down on the ground level, and Mr. Tony Webb in the bright sunshine. What do you got for us, Tony?
Well, it's a beautiful day down here, I've got to say. Very, very slight breeze, won't have any impact at all. Ground's in very good nick, as you can see from up there. A little bit of a dirt patch just in front of the goals at the northern end, but still dry, so it really shouldn't impact on the game at all. Ground overall is very good condition for this time of year. For Windsor Park, it is very good. Launceston have won the toss and will be kicking to the north, or the town end, should I say. This is going to be a tight game. If Launceston had, say, Brady Powerful back from suspension, he's due back next week. If Dylan Riley had been able to play, but he's got work commitments, I would have sort of favoured them a little bit. But as it is, I think Glenorchy might get up for Josh Arnold's special game. I'm sure you'll talk about that in a moment. So I think Glenorchy by about 3 goals.
Thanks, Tony. Yes, it's going to be a really good contest here. And let's mention off the top, Josh Arnold, 250 games in the Tasmanian State League. And I think history will look back at Josh Arnold's career as, you know, when they lost Ace Cornelius there as coach and they didn't have a D-League, and he put his hand up, and the trajectory of the club ever since, Darren,
Yes,
has been an upward trend.
It certainly has. Look, he's brought that group together, and it's great to see the club actually, improving on their previous couple of years' performances.
Yeah, and they've attracted players back to the club. You know, for example, today we've got the likes of Daniel Joseph, who's one of their best products from their great premiership year there in 2016. Jay Bowden, we know, has come back. He's not playing today, but Harrison Gunther's another one. So they've got some of that homegrown talent back into their team. Yeah,
for sure. As I say, this will be an interesting game, as Tony touched on. Like two sides just outside of the final, so it'll be interesting to see what sort of the contest is going to be like.
There's been a few changes to both teams. If you haven't heard the news, the Devils game in Gippsland today was cancelled due to flight issues. So there's a couple of young Devils on each team. Lucas Wooten has made his way into the Launceston team, as is Avery Thomas and young Jade Clark for Glenorchy, and Liam Ling. So they're late inclusions. As Tony mentioned, Dylan Riley is a late out for Launceston Footy Club. Ball's in readiness. And we haven't had many close games on City Park Radio this year, but I've just got a feeling this one's going to go down to the wire. We've got the young ruckman there, Caleb Brewer, for Launceston. And he's up against Isaac Manson there in the ruck, which is an interesting choice. We're underway. We've got a free kick holding the ball. And it's going to go against Ben Hyde, who's spending a bit of on-ball time. So the Pies will get the first possession from the middle. Tomo's the call as Callum Thompson kicks towards half forward, off hands. Simpson almost roves it. Right on attacking 50, plenty of players around the contest. And it'll be a ball up just outside attacking 50. A lot of young players to keep our eye on here today, Darren?
Look, I think there's a fair amount in both squads as far as young talent. So I'm just interested to note there that Sam Foley seems to be lining up as a key forward. So
yep, it's a good move there for the Blues. He can take a grab. The tackle there is laid. A free kick to Liam Jones, who's in the state squad. We want to put a good performance in today for a game in a couple of weeks. So Liam Jones leans back on the kick, kicks towards the wing, clears the contest. Launceston player tackled. It's right in front of the changed dugouts over there. They've got a chance to break free through Josiah Burling. Chain of handballs. Ends back here with Ben Hyatt. He goes long in forward, inside attacking 50, but getting back there and taking good mark is Brady Simpson. Simpson twitches play to the coach, Arnold. He spots up a play in the middle of the oval there, number 37. I'll have to get a bit of an ID on that one. There's a new player in the team. So, Tony, if you get a chance to look at that one. As number 60 as well is another number that I can't recognise. We've got a couple of late changes here. 37 and 60, Tony. Do your job for me. Send me a text. Here's Bailey Kelp. He can't pick it up. Trying to spin out there was Daniel Joseph. And we've got a ball up. Right on attacking 50 for Launceston. Manson throws his opponent out of the way. Now Jones has tackled, few involvements early. Just inside attacking 50 for Launceston. Kicking it to the northern end of the ground. Little tap out. Kick off the ground there by Joseph. That's Matthew Joseph. Handball comes out to Burling. Good play there from Faulkner. Gets it to Kelp. Little kick there looking for Presnell. Up against him is Nicholson. Nicholson wins the foot race. Taps it in front of him. Burling there with a bit of pressure. And it'll be out of play. So, bit of a tight start here. Darren?
Yeah, very. Both sides are really looking to sort of transfer the play and actually open the game up a little bit.
Boundary throw in. Front position Brewer. And it's knocked out of play. Impressive young player, young Brewer.
Yeah, it certainly is, and he's got a height advantage, so hopefully the Blues can actually take advantage of that around the stoppages.
Boundary throw in. Beautiful day for football, not a breath of wind. Manson, then surprise ruckman, gets the tap out. Glenorchy now to go into attack. Kick inside 50, looking for Adam Roberts. Experienced one, over the back. He takes possession. He gets tackled from behind by Pfeiffer. Falls to the ground. Not sure he was injured or not. He's getting up slowly as Blake Waite sees the ball over the boundary line. So the Pies had the better of it early. Inside 50s for Dave Gruber. 3-1 so far. The Pies way. No advantage with any breeze whatsoever here this afternoon. Brewer wins that tap. The Auckland player can't break free. Yeah, ball up.
Connell, make sure they flush it out.
Special comments there from Mitch Thorpe. Bit of instruction there to Connell McCormack. Kick release there by Thompson. Out of defence now, the Blues up towards the wing. Over the back, here's Josh Arnold. He picks it up. Handball's just to space. Tina McCormack will be first there. Can't pick it up. Brady Simpson again. Averaging 20 possessions this year, the youngster. Averaging the top possession numbers for the Pies. And Brady Simpson. Ball up again. Brewer takes his own ruck work. And we'll have a secondary ball up. On centre wing. try and get those number changes for you. So a few boys in different numbers than I expected. As Isaac Hyatt now, he's pushed off his kick. It's going to land just out of bounds on the full. Relieving free kick. It's just a congested game at the moment, Darren.
It is, yeah. Sort of both sides trying to sort of free some players up, but really, very congested at the moment.
Josh Arnold finds a target there in Joseph.
Uses the ball well, Josh Arnold, out of the defensive half.
Matty Joseph, 12 goals this year. Gets it to Nicholson. Handball back to Arnold. 250th game. Kicks inside 50 looking for a target. Goes over the head there of Brody Rowbottom and spills out of bounds. It's a boundary throw in beside the right behind post. Early days, no score as yet in this game. We've been playing 5.5 minutes. You can see in the background there a little bit of a worn patch in the 30 metres out from goal section. But that's the only ground imperfection today. It's looking great, Nick. A push out there from Manson. And it'll come back here to Caleb Brewer. Short kick now to Connell McCormack. He's a really improving player for Launceston.
Yeah, look, he's had a last year really solid year, so really established himself as a senior footballer.
Mark for Glenorchy, kick now inside 50. I think that might be Daniel Joseph in that 37. I'm going to bank myself in there.
I think you're right.
Yep, he's kicked the ball inside 50. Had him as number 12, but he's the number 37. My old number back in the day. St Pat's old boys. There's a tap out. Ends up now with Simpson, who slams it for goal. Offline. One behind. First score of the game. Glenorchy one behind. And Launceston yet to score.
Controlling the territory at the moment, Glenorchy. Really keeping the ball locked in their forward half.
Yeah, and looking at Kruger's stat sheet there. Yep, the 5-1 inside 50s. The short kick comes out now to Gillow. He shorts it up now. Burling can't take possession. Tackled there is Whitford. Good tackle by Burling. Made the initial error there.
Yep, butted up nice.
Low kick towards the wing. Clears the contest. And Isaac Hyatt sees it out of bounds.
Looks like Ollie Barr's got the job of trying to close down Daniel Joseph.
Yep. Made his debut for Launceston this year, young Ollie Barr. Wearing the number 50. So Liam Ling is number 12. Thank you, Tony. So, write that one down there. Darren. And so Daniel Joseph now. He sees the ball out of bounds. So the two links, sorry, let me see. So 60 is Liam Ling. Let's start again with that one. 60 is Liam Ling. 12 is Connor Ling, his brother. So two Ling boys are playing, as we said, if you just joined us. The Devils game today was postponed, not cancelled, to a later date due to flight issues. Here's Liam Jones now. Spins out of congestion. Out and out of Gillow. Beautiful pickup. Connects with Avery Thomas. He's tackled from behind beautifully there by Blowfield. Umpire doesn't penalise him. No prior. There'll be a ball up on the wing.
Jones, make sure you've got one. Make sure you've got one.
Rich Thorpe there asking his players to man up. Advantage the balcony here, Darren. You give real-time directions.
Direct access to the coach's box.
Absolutely. Isaac Hyatt gets it to Connor McCormack. His kick's marked by Josh Arnold, who's been a real general across half-back already in this game. He switches play over here now to Mitch Green. Takes the mark. Defensive side of the centre. Switches play. Pies can build something here. Leading up as Whitford takes it on his chest. Gets it further afield now to Mitchell Green again. Inside 50, 1-on-1 contest. Off the pack. Rowbottom is there. He falls upon it. Lonnie defenders tackled. No prior. 25 out directly in front of Glenorchy's goal. They lead 1-0. 9 minutes and 10 seconds gone in this first quarter. Out the back is Jones, but Rowbottom again, he gets up, gets the handball away. Tackled immediately there's Blowfield. There'll be another ball up. So no flying footy at all yet, Darren.
No,
really?
not at all. No.
Just really tight mid-winter footy at the moment. Burling gets the handball away to Pfeiffer. Spinning his kelp. Spins into trouble. Somehow gets it away to Pfeiffer. Gee, is that a throw umpire? No. So it's cleared out by Avery Thomas out to the far side. They'll come back in here again. Nicholson gets the handball away. Kick inside 50. Offline. That was Tom McGann there.
Just
Kick
Glenorchy wasting their opportunity. They're having it locked in their forward half, but just really not being able to create scores.
7 entries now to 1. And there, Tom McGann there with that flying shot on goal. Long kick out to half back. Close to the boundary line. Jones is there. Out of play it goes. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas. For your LPG needs statewide, talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Today's umpires, Tom McEntee, Ryan Gregson and Adam Hayes are the central umpires. Front position, little tap out there from Blowfield. Couldn't find a teammate. Ball contested, and there'll be another stoppage there. Matthew Dilger with the footy. Pies veteran. Premiership player. Little handball back now to McGann. He weaves his way through traffic. Short kick here looking for Roberts. Kelp will get there first and see the ball over the boundary line. Right in front of the Lonnie club rooms. Last clash here, Darren, between Launceston and Glenorchy in the TSL.
Yes, yeah, I think they do meet at the final game of the year, but down at KG5.
And we'll be at that one for City Park Radio. It's another balcony down there, which is slightly chillier than this one. As now we've got a free kick out of the contest there. Liam Roach, well, I thought would have been in the ruck to start with, but they went with Manson. Kicks inside 50. Beautiful kick to Blowfield. Nathan Blowfield takes it out in front. He's about 30 out right on the boundary line. This is a tough kick. It's a young Roach there. Elite foot skills. And Blowfield received the footy lace out. Twirls the ball in his hands. Emerges from the shadows. It's around a little bit. Not a bad kick. And it is a goal. Blowfield for the Pies has put them on the board here at Windsor Park. And after 12 minutes, we've got our first goal. And Glenorchy 1-2-8 now lead Launceston yet to score. And reward for their persistence.
Finally, yes, yeah. I think the Glenorchy coaching staff will be happy they finally hit the scoreboard because they really have controlled the footy in their front half.
Yeah, they've seen that they'll be winning the contests, aren't they, from those clearances?
Yeah.
I don't know if that, what's the clearance data there? It's probably going to make a lie. It'll be 5 each, but they've had some quality clearances. They're getting the ball out of congestion.
I think if you look at the Glenorchy side, their back half is extremely experienced and they're using that experience just to basically control the play through the middle of the ground.
So Connor Ling in the centre there. We've worked him out at number 12. He's about to get the footy. Here he is. But there's a free kick before that for holding the ball. And it's going to go the way of the big ruckman there in Caleb Brewer. Sideways kick. Releases a teammate. There in Jacob Wheeler. Further afield to Kelp, the boy from Warrnambool. Far side, Connor McCormack has it. One of 3 McCormack brothers that play with the Lonnie Footy Club. Kick inside 50. Here's a chance for the Blues. A lot of players around the contest. Out the back, Tina McCormack with strength. Little kick forward there by Rocky Barron. But in the way is Josh Arnold. And gee, hasn't he been good in this first quarter?
Very, very strong back there.
Out now to Finlay. Finlay releases Roberts. Good transference to the footy here from the Pies. Leading up is Liam Ling. Good sport from behind by Fifer. A bit of a size mismatch there. So 2 Ling boys, Connor and Liam, been pretty good form in the Tassie Devils. We were saying off air before, Darren, what a mindset this morning, getting up thinking you're going to Melbourne to play a Devils game.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden you've got to shift your focus.
Back to club footy, yeah, for sure.
Front position, Brewer. Clears both the ruckmen. Clearing kick there by Callum Thompson into the centre of Windsor Park. Bouncing ball. Schoonmaker's got it. Gets it to Bailey Gillow. Now to Fifer. Wormburner. Over here looking for Faulkner. Gee, that's a good pick-up by Lenny Faulkner. The kick was okay and finds Liam Jones. Jonesy is the call. Takes his time. Invited now to play on by the umpire. Kicks to half forward. Good roving there from the front of the contest by Brodie Glenn. Early in his senior career. Finlay now goes wide. Tries to find Roberts, who gets up quickly, takes possession, wanted the footy more there. Handball backwards now to Nicholson. He's got to run it on support, and they get up here towards Liam Ling. Should have taken that mark. Second chance, might have thrown it away. That's what the umpire says. So free kick to the Blues on the centre wing. It's going to go to Kelp. Bailey Kelp. I think he's missed a game this year with the Blues. Been a consistent player. Up towards half forward. Here's Tina McCormack over the back. Tries to break a tackle. Glenn's got it. In the long sleeves. Little kick. Here's Harrison Gunther. First involvement. By hands they work it here now to Connelling. Back to McGann. Underground kick no good. Turnover. Isaac Hyatt to Ben Hyatt. Wheels around on the right foot. Kicks towards the goal square to 1-on-1. But Josh Arnold there again. Too strong. Gee, he might get the 3 votes early days. Darren in his 250th.
He's very, very solid back there.
He's been immovable.
Yeah.
Kick to the wing. Here's Bruin out. Trying to mop up here for the Blues. Bailey Gillow. His kick semi-smothered. Comes back here towards Liam Roach. He's tackled from behind by Bailey Gillow. And that's the determination of Gillow there. He knew he'd made the error.
Great follow-up, wasn't it? Really?
Great follow-up. So Bailey Gillow. Consistent season. Here's Arnold again. He doesn't take the mark on this occasion. Over the back to Simpson. Ends up now here with Waite. He's going to take a bounce, Blake Waite. Gets himself some distance. Up here looking for Blowfield. But getting in the way there is Jacob Wheeler. He might get 50 there, he does. As the ball was knocked out of the hand by the goal kicker, Blowfield. So 16 and a half minutes gone.
Launceston starting to get a few more inside 50, so it's just a matter of trying to find that target down there.
Jacob Wheeler had a bad injury pre-season, if I remember rightly. He kicks long now. Foley, who's resting up forward. He's got the ball now, Sam Foley. He's tackled straight away, dumped to the ground. And it will be a free kick as a card has passed in front of us here, underneath the effects mic.
Looks like Foley's actually playing as a permanent forward at the
Yes, I shouldn't. Resting was probably the wrong word there. He's actually full forward, full on. Out they come here. Connelling tackled by a couple. So the Blues yet to score, and Glenorchy 1-8. As Tina McCormack gets the hit out, Gillow picks it up, and runs into a tackle.
On his left foot there, I think he just needed that little bit of space, didn't he?
There's not much space to be had. There's about 20 players around the contest. McCormack now has a ruck infringement. It's going to go the way of Liam Roach. Deep in defence. Looks for the outlet kick. Over there to Brody Glenn. Drops the mark. Has time to butter up. Gets to McGann. Now to Gunther. Gunther gets it to the wing. Pies get it out of defence easily there. So the kick is marked inside the line by Nicholson. Now to Whitford. Josh Whitford, 2 kicks out from goal. Spots up a target there, and that's Matthew Dilger in the long sleeves. Just inside 50. He's looking for that handball. He's got players running past. Probably right on the edge of his range.
I would suggest so, yeah. I think he was pretty keen to get it off.
Oh, he's got a player in the pocket all by himself. Gee, Coach Thorpe won't be happy with that. And just wait for the young man to turn around. Adam Roberts, of course, who's got the mark. Now, he's only about 30 out, 10 metres in from the boundary line. We saw Nathan Blowfield kick a tougher shot from about the same distance earlier in the quarter. Starts his run outside 50 to Adam Roberts. There's players running at him, but he's going to ignore them. Kick into the northern end of the ground, and he has kicked a goal for Glenorchy as Adam Roberts. Great play right from the full back line, and good possession footy. And Adam Roberts had far too much latitude inside attacking 50.
Well, Launceston, I think, have been trying to sort of have that one spare behind, so I don't really know how you could actually let him be by himself.
Yeah, but they moved the footy really well, didn't they? Like,
Yeah.
I think Liam Roach got that free kick, he transferred play, and then a chain of handballs.
Yeah.
A good skill level from the Pies.
I think the structure just probably broke down for the Blues there.
A 2-2-14, yet to score. for Dave Gruber. We've got the inside 50s 9-5. So the Blues have had a little bit down there. But Gunther and Josh Arnold, the likes of those back there have been far too strong, Giddy.
Yes, yeah.
As to this part of the game, anyway. So we'll check out the scores as day goes on. North Launceston with a bye today, but a big game at Blunston Arena. We'll check the score when I get a chance there. Clarence and North Hobart with Jack Rewalt playing. But another big game is the Tigers versus Lauderdale for probably the playoff for third spot. As Ben Hyatt now kicks towards half forward, off hands. Chance here. Kick inside 50 by Presnell. He was shoved off it. Mopping up is Whitford. Tries to get into Roberts. Avery Thomas misjudged it. Experience there from Roberts. Can he get a handle? He can now. He's got a bit of space on his opponent. Kicks towards half forward to Rowbottom. Gee, that's a good mark down low. Rowbottom wheels and goes. Funny old kick. Might work out all right. Chance here, Nicholson. He breaks free. Inside out kick. Nicholson is a beauty. What a goal that is from Glenorchy and Luke Nicholson. Just calmly took it, knew what he was doing, set sail, and that's 3 goals down this first quarter for the Pies. 3-2-20, Launceston yet to score.
Yeah, just the basic mistakes there, like just keeping your feet in the contest there. As soon as you go to ground, you're out of it, and Glenorchy have just been able to maximise on their opportunities there.
And once again, that springboard from half back, wasn't it?
For sure, yeah.
Wasn't it great? It was a great mark from Rowbottom.
Yeah.
He just got it at his bootlaces, and then the kick.
And wheeled and go, so straight away. And, well, it wouldn't say that the kick was great.
No, but once you get it in there, though, it's
exactly.
the old chaos ball, as they say. So, early start, good start here for the Pies. As we look around the grounds here in the TSL, and a fast start to Clarence. They lead 5-5-35, North Hobart 1 behind. The Tigers 2-1-13, Lauderdale 1-1-7. As Hyatt spins out of the contest, so they're getting some work out of the clearances here, but not capitalising.
So it looks like Riley Apted-Nunn's gone into the ruck, so young Brewer's having a spell. So
I'm not... it's the first time I've seen young Riley Apted-Nunn play. Giddy, not your background there?
Look, I don't know a great deal about young Riley, so no.
Okay, we'll see how he goes today. As he gets a little thump out there to advantage, but couldn't pick it up there with Faulkner. Glenn's got it. Now to Nicholson. Half forward, there's Rowbottom, who's really busy across his half forward line. He leads out strongly and takes a mark. Kicks long here, Roberts and Thomas. Thomas this time was in front. Did he give a little shove, Roberts? Not paid. Shot on goal. It's going to just go across the face there and hit the behind post from Matthew Dilger. So a boundary throw in.
I think Thomas might have been a little bit unlucky there. I thought
there was just a little hand in the back. A little experience there from Roberts. He might have just disguised it enough.
Edged him under,
that's it. Boundary throw in. Young Bella Quinn, our boundary umpire there, does a good job. Falls a little bit short. Snap on goal. Manson! He's got it. Isaac Manson. He read the short throw in there and took it out of the ruck. Threw it on the boot, Tom Hawkins style. And gets the 4th goal. And we didn't see a goal in this contest for nearly 10 minutes. But they've piled on 4 in the next 13 minutes. And they're taking control of this game.
It's opened up. It certainly has. So... I think if you looked at the first half, they would have been disappointed with the amount of ball they had in their forward 50, but certainly getting reward now.
AFL, Suns 31, North Melbourne 19. And Port Adelaide a fast start there, which is good. I picked him in the tipping, 32-2 over the Bulldogs.
I'd like those results to go that way. I'm tipped exactly that way as well.
Yeah, the Suns have got to win one in Melbourne eventually, surely. Let's see what happens. Back in the middle, Riley Apted-Nunn. Up in the ruck against Isaac Manson, who just kicked that goal. And who's quite an undersized ruckman. It's an interesting tactic here. Obviously got the athleticism. Have a crack at it, but they both missed it this time. In fact, we're shepherding the ruck. It'll go the way of Apted-Nunn. The youngster. He should get a handball off here, no? Yes, he does. Gets it to Jones, who's under pressure. Kicks inside 50. Ben Hyatt's there, front position. Thump from behind. Falls in the lap there of... that was Wooten. He couldn't get a possession away, and now we've got a free kick holding the ball. It's going to come back to the Pies. Yes, Lucas Wooten, a late inclusion, number 13. Connor Ling switches it now to the coach in Arnold. Shorts it up. Marked there by Thompson. The possession footy across half back. Not long to go in this quarter. Blake Waite comes out and takes a good mark. Shifts it sideways, trying to find Mitchell Green. Was at his bootlaces. They might turn it over here. Jones, little handball looking for Isaac Hyatt. McGann's in there. For Glenorchy, ball doesn't emerge. In fact, we've got a tripping free kick. It's going to go the way of Isaac Hyatt. Little chip over the top. Gillow kicks inside 50. Tina McCormack puts his hands up, can't take the mark. Ben Hyatt, ever the opportunist, off the contest, slams it on the right boot, and he kicks the first goal for Launceston. He slaps his hand together, and that's the one they badly needed.
Yeah, look, I think for the amount of entries that they've had in their 50, they hope to get some reward at some stage. So, yeah, a good crumbing goal.
So individual goal kickers now 5 over the game. For Glenorchy, Roberts, Manson, Nicholson and Blowfield, and now a goal here to Ben Hyatt. And he's come across from Hillwood this year, Geardy, to play that sort of role. He hasn't had a bit of on-ball time, though, but he's had a really good year in the TSL.
He has, but look, to come back into from the NTFA, he's certainly acquitted himself quite well.
He's a highly skilled player, and he just reads the play so well, isn't he?
Look, very similar vein to his brother.
Apted Nunn goes up uncontested there. And it comes out now to Isaac Hyatt, who moves nicely. State player. He kicks the ball left half forward. Spinning out is Wooten, the young devil. Another chance here for the Blues. In the McCormack direction. Foley nearly takes a big mark from behind. Here's a chance. Liam Jones snaps. Truly. That's a goal to Launceston. 2 in a minute. And they're charging back into this contest. A nice snap there from Liam Jones. And they're now up to 2 goals straight, 12 to 4-2-26. A bit of a dour contest for the first 2 minutes, Giddy, but it's really opened up into an entertaining game.
It has, and if you look at Launceston's forward line, like there's not a lot of height down there. So really, I suppose that chaos ball, if they can get it in there and get a contest, they've certainly got enough players down there fleet of foot to actually cause some damage on the scoreboard. Yeah, well, you look at their leading goal kickers for the year. Ben Hyatt, 18. Dylan Riley, 15, who's sort of in between a key marking forward. Lenny Faulkner, 6. So that's their game. Up it goes again. Apted Nunn. Once again, so got no contest there. And once again, Isaac Hyatt takes it this way, that away. Shorts it to Jones. They're getting on top in the middle. Beauty. There's no doubt about it. Their prime movers are taking some control. Well, I think as you highlighted, like Glenorchy have gone with an undersized ruck, so that opportunity there to actually get some midfield dominance.
Yep, good call there by the boundary umpires. Gillow just stepped out of bounds, so there'll be a boundary throw in. Attacking side of the wing for the Blues. So get the stats at quarter time, thanks to Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell. And, of course, we've got our own stats man here, Dave Gruber. And I look across his sheet, and the inside 50s are really tightened up. 11 to Glenorchy, 9 to Launceston. The clearances are 8 apiece. So a lot of stats are pretty close here at the moment. There's Nicholson round the corner kick. Lux of Fortune. Hits the chest there of Callum Thompson. Thompson in the light blue boots. Goes sideways. Chance to build now for the Pies. Up here towards half forward. Over the back. Getting there is Sean Maker, but Blowfield gets there first. For his second, Nathan Blowfield straight through the middle. Straight as a die, that one. And Blowfield kicks his second. Just had a bit of extra pace there off the contest. And that's their 5th goal. They're up now to 5-2-32 to 2 straight 12. And well read there by Nathan Blowfield.
Yeah, for sure. I'm sure that Mitch would be disappointed there late in the quarter to actually concede a goal, given that they'd had the momentum, scored a couple themselves. So to give one away late would be very disappointing. A
few Glenorchy goals now have just come from that half-back line. Yeah, and I've been impressed with their kicking skills.
Yeah, for sure.
They've been right spot on today. Great kicking efficiency, the Pies. So Roach back in the middle against Apted Nunn is the match-up. Just as the Blues were starting to claw their way back, they get a steadier to Glenorchy. Roach with a tap out this time. Follows up his own work. Chance here for Glenorchy to take possession. Maybe a ball up at the edge of the centre square. Pies slightly into attack. Apted Nunn wins the tap to space. He's going to get there first. Bailey Gillow with the handball over the top. Kick attempted there by number 16 and Jacob Wheeler. His kick was smothered. Now Jones with the kick to the wing. It's a mark or kick downfield. It's going to go Launceston's way. Presnell takes the mark right on quarter time, and the quarter time score here is Glenorchy 5-2-32, leading Launceston 2 goals straight 12. And the goal kickers for Glenorchy, Nathan Blowfield with 2, Luke Nicholson, Isaac Manson, Adam Roberts with 1, and for Launceston, Ben Hyatt, up to 19 goals for the year now with 1, and Liam Jones with 1. Okay, your thoughts, Darren Gidd, on the first quarter? As we said, it was a real arm wrestle there for 10 minutes, but then it broke open, and Glenorchy really had the better of the quarter, didn't they?
You'd sort of say earlier, very dour contest. Glenorchy seemed to have more control of the territory. Then they certainly got the scoreboard pressure on. Launceston rebounded late. But then, as I say, I think Launceston would be very disappointed that they actually conceded that late goal.
Yeah, no doubt about it, because that's 2 goals in a minute. Really, I still think, with the stats, when we look, I'm sure that the top possession winners are going to be the likes of Isaac Hyatt, Liam Jones, Bailey Gillow, because they are getting that footy. Yeah. But it's falling down at half forward, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So, we've got sort of Sam Foley's down there playing as a deep forward ball. The ball's sort of really not getting there.
Are they going to persist with that, do you think?
Look, it'd be interesting to see. Like as I say, there's no wind out there, so there's no sort of scoring in. But perhaps the northern end of the ground may be an advantage today. I'm not sure.
Yeah, just we mentioned in the call there that strong Glenorchy half-back line, and they've got the name players there like Harrison Gunther. We've mentioned a few times Josh Arnold, especially in that first half of that quarter, was terrific. Young McGann back there, so and they've got the experience and some good players back there that are really giving them their springboard back the other way.
Yeah, Josh Arnold, if you looked at his quarter there, he basically set up a fair amount of their offensive movement. So. Look, it could be that Launceston may need to look at a forward to sort of tighten up on him, but just try to limit his control.
The Pies forward line has been pretty good. They struggled to score early, but they've got Nathan Blowfield there. He's presented a few times with a couple of goals. Adam Roberts, he's an experienced player, and we've seen he's been up the ground, he's been deep forward, so he's covered a lot of territory.
I think if you look at both sides, I wouldn't have said either side have a tall forward option sort of thing, so they really have to sort of construct different ball movement.
And thank you very much to Darren Lovell and the stats boys there. We might have a look at these after the break. I'll get you to study them for a couple of minutes there. Giddy, quickly around the grounds in the TSL. We've got 5-6-36 Clarence to North Hobart 1-3-9. And the game at Twin Ovals, it's 4-3-27. Tigers, Lauderdale 1-2-8. We'll take a short break. When we come back, we'll have the team stats from groups and some of the individual stats for the Launceston Footy Club. Back in a moment. This quarter time break brought to you by our sponsor, Brew Coffee Hut. Making hot drinks for you at the game today. You'll find them next to the Launceston canteen and club rooms over there. And I can see some customers over there already getting a lovely coffee or tea on this pretty cold day here in northern Tasmania. Dave Gruber, you've got the team stats for us to quarter time.
Hit outs are even, 12 apiece for Launceston and Glenorchy, as are clearances, we're 9 each for Launceston and Glenorchy. Inside 50s, Glenorchy have 12 to Launceston's 9. Glenorchy have taken 3 marks, inside 50, Launceston none. Intercept marks, Glenorchy have taken 5, Launceston 1. And free kicks 9 for Launceston and 5 for Glenorchy.
Cheers, Dave Gruber. And Darren Gidge, you've been looking at the individual stats there.
Yeah, look, I think as we sort of expected, the individual stats are probably dominated by Launceston's midfielders. So Bailey Gillow with 9, Liam Jones 9, and Isaac Hyatt 7. So young Kelp has had 6. So and I think he's been sort of predominantly half back, sort of as a rebounding defender. So. You'd like to see the stats on Josh Arnold in that first quarter. I think he would have had a fair amount of it. Just for
the Glenorchy people watching the stream, we get the stats here right next door, Damien Donnelly and Darren Lovell. So they just do the Launceston stats, and that's pretty much it. Gruber's stats there of 5 intercept marks. I reckon 3 of those were Josh Arnold in that first quarter. So
for sure.
He's had a great start to the game. Not sure which camp Tony went to, so I'll go potluck. Tony, which one did you go to down there?
I went to Launceston because I wanted to hear how they would go about what happened in that quarter. And Thorpe did what I thought he would. He criticised the defence a fair bit, said they were a fair bit soft, didn't try to push. They were trying to do fancy stuff instead of just doing the basic defence, which is punch the ball away. So throughout the entire talk, he was reiterating that they've just got to be a bit better on the defence because some of the goals were a bit too soft. In this quarter, there's a couple of little changes going on, but one of the main things is that Josh Arnold's quarter came up in discussion, and I think Barr might be going on to him, so just have a watch out for that. But yeah, he's just called for a bit more concentrated effort, back each other up a bit more, and the defence just get back to the basics.
Thanks, Tony. Yeah, so Josh Arnold is, even though he's playing down back, he's one of the prime movers.
Yeah. So Sam Foley, as we expected, is probably going to play a bit higher from the looks of it.
Yep, he's up here now at centre forward, matched up against Brady Simpson. Run away again. Apted Nunn wins the tap. Rushing in there is Rowbottom, who's tackled from behind, managed to release a handball. Gillow coughs it up back to Rowbottom, who releases it. So what do we got here now? There's a whistle back on players. Launceston were breaking away. I think it's going to go to the Pies. And Brady Rowbottom there came in. He was really impressive in that first quarter.
He was, yeah.
He's one of those experienced players that have come back to the Pies this year. Now Whitford with the handball. Over now to Nicholson. He runs his full measure. Kicks inside 50 deep. Chance here and mark out in front. And gets Blowfield once again. Nathan Blowfield, who's kicked, in fact it's Blake Waite. I went the wrong direction there. They look alike, those two. But Blake Waite has taken the mark. He's kicked 11 goals this year. He's the second highest goal scorer for Glenorchy. He's taken a strong mark out in front. He's only about 25 out. Directly in front. No excuses here. And Waite has kicked the goal for Glenorchy, which lengthens their lead out early in this second quarter. Now to 6-2-38 to 2 goals straight 12. And I reckon that was set up by Brady Rowbottom. He went in a million miles an hour to a couple of contests there.
He did, and there was a bit of contested football in there, and I think he was the beneficiary of a bit of a sling tackle there. Yep. So,
and I think Josh Arnold's encouraging to play on quickly. He played on quickly. He got the handball away, and that quick movement, it seems to be catching out the Blues back line at the moment.
Yeah, for sure. I think any quick ball movement, it just stops the opposition from getting their structure set up.
So Blake Waite with that goal there for Launceston.
The contest on this wing here where you've got young Barr against Daniel Joseph. So Daniel Joseph only had 2 possessions in the first quarter, so Barr sort of locking down on him.
Secondary ball up. So the sun bathes Windsor Park here. And, lovely conditions. It's just been this same day. It's Groundhog Day all week, hasn't it? Frosty morning.
No wind, no cloud.
No cloud. We haven't seen cloud since Sunday. As out comes now from Connelling, intercepted by Liam Jones. To Hyatt, back to Jones. He kicks inside attacking 50. McCormack, he got his hands to it again. Couldn't quite take the mark. They're going to break away from defence here. Oh, the big tackle late on Green there. They've coughed it up. Connor McCormack So, I was going to say it was almost a smart kick, but just getting in the way there was Whitford, as it was sailing onto the chest there of Faulkner. But Whitford, with athleticism there, managed to take the mark. Finds Waite, defensive side of the wing. Blake Waite goes sideways. They're going to set something up here through Gunther. Harrison Gunther, the 45, kicks a good one. Finds Simpson. Simpson, kick to the wing. He's knocked out of play there by Avery Thomas.
Good spoil.
Right in front of the Launceston dugout. Boundary throwing will take place. Pies leading at the moment by 26 points. Battle of 6th versus 7th here in the TSL. Taking out the ruck again is Manson. He kicks high. Falls towards the boundary line. Out the back. I thought it was still in play, but umpire said it wasn't. It's going to come back. Another boundary throw in. He's attacking side of the wing here for Glenorchy. They had the only two inside, one inside 50 apiece in this quarter so far. They catch up at half time with the Development League coach of Glenorchy, Jordan West. And the D-League earlier had a good win, 16-6-102 over Launceston 7-7-49. Ball's back in play. The holding free kick. It's going to come back here to Connor Ling. And balls it off to the running player there in Simpson, I beg your pardon. Simpson kicks it inside 50, over the back, taken by Burling. He's tackled. It's going to fall here to Glenorchy. Can they pick it up? They can. The little kick, he kicks to himself, Gaelic football style. And it goes through there for a behind. So opportunity lost there. Good pressure tackle there right on the goal line.
Just a nudge in the side, I think, just sort of influenced that kick.
So a behind there for Glenorchy. 6-3-39 to 2 straight 12. Lovely kick out from fullback. Finds Lockie Presnell. Josiah Burling's been kicking out from fullback all year. He's one of the best in the business. Mark taken there by Wooten. He woke up this morning expecting to play against Gippsland Power. He's playing here at Windsor Park due to flight delays. Devils game cancelled. Here they go now. Nicholson. Lovely handball backwards there towards Callum Thompson. His kick towards half forward. And I think it's going to be play on now. Joseph escapes a tackle. There they go this time. Blake Waite gets it back to Dilger. Long handball. Isaac Manson on the boundary line. Spots up Nicholson. Should have taken that mark. Spills it. Liam Ling's in there. Nicholson again. Handballs it over his head towards the boundary line. Blue should clear this. Avery Thomas. Oh, gee, he went in head first. Couldn't pick up the ball. Still in play. Josiah Burling. Back to Pfeiffer. Gets himself in a little bit of trouble. Gets the kick away. Manson front position. Over him. Off the boot there of Ben Hyatt. Gillow looks for an outlet. Has to throw it on the boot. Only goes as far as Tom McGann. McGann with a 45 kick. Target. There was Finlay. He couldn't take it. Now Faulkner for the Blues. McCormack with strength. Picks it up. Long kick. Wants a runner. It's going to be a Magpie getting there first though. Gee, that's a good mark there. I think that's Daniel Joseph. And his kick's a good one to Finlay. Heavily disguised as Connor Ling. Both got the ponytails, those boys. Connor Ling now. Kicks towards half forward. Blowfield leads out and takes the mark. In fact, it's Blake Waite. I'm going to get him wrong again. Blake Waite kicks the pocket. It's not a great kick at all. It just goes out of bounds there in front of Liam Ling.
Good play from young Faulkner in the middle there. Like he beat two opponents. Just unfortunate when he knocked it forward that there wasn't anyone there.
Blake Waite's been a really lively presence in that forward line in this quarter. Foley with the tap. Spills. Smothered there, Thompson's kick. Yeah, ball up on attacking 50. Quick scan at the AFL. Well, we've got a stoppage. And, the Suns and North Melbourne are pretty close. North Melbourne got themselves back in front there, 7-3-45. Suns 6-1-37. As Foley wins the free kick. Now to Isaac Hyatt. He's going to hold things up. Twirls the ball in his hands. Wants an option. Kicks up here towards Jones. Yes, a beautifully weighted kick to Jones. Releases Faulkner, who's got a bit of pace and dash. Gets to 50. Waits the kick here, looking for Ben Hyde. He's up against 2. Foley shrugs a tackle. Left foot snap. Sam Foley kicks a goal.
Good spot. Young
Great
Hyde.
work there by Sam Foley and Ben Hyde.
Yeah, Ben Hyde, great contest. He's come down on his back, so he's taken a little bit of time to get back to his feet. So, but Sam Foley there, getting him involved in the game, great sort of roving off that contest.
They've just got to get it in there quickly. They've got the players with the skill level to convert, but they've just got to get in there quickly. Yeah, Ben Hyde is up and about. I think he had the wind knocked out of him there. But yeah, he was up against 2 taller players. He just had to bring it to ground.
Yep. And as I say, Sam Foley just in the perfect spot to take advantage of the ground ball spilled.
Another impressive involvement there from Lenny Faulkner, who debuted last year. But
he's got a bit of toe.
He has. He just had the pace there to get away. And a smart kick, centering kick, and a goal eventuated from Sam Foley. So it's 3 straight 18 Launceston, Glenorchy 6-3, 39. And the Blues go back into attack again. Gunther and McCormack. McCormack might win this. Gets away from Gunther. Wootton snaps for goal. Lucas Wootton misses. Isn't far away. One behind. It's their first behind of the day. 3-1-19, 6-3-39. Kick from full back. Oh, straight to Conor McCormack. And McCormack has a target right in the goal square and a goal to Ben Hyatt. So the turnover costly there from Brady Simpson. He just didn't wait the kick as he would have liked. And smart play, Conor McCormack. He didn't waste time. He didn't go back for a shot on goal. He got it to Ben Hyatt, who's kicked his second.
Yeah, well, Hyatt sort of hadn't left the square. Sort of Glenorchy were sort of on the offensive move. So Ben obviously in the square there, and Connell identified that and got it in there as quick as he could.
The Blues have kicked their goals in 2 pairs. They kicked 2 in a minute in the first quarter. They kicked 2 in a minute now.
Yeah.
And
it's if they can maintain that defensive pressure, and like that came from a really good stoppage win. The ball sort of transitioned out of there fairly quickly. So if they can get up, they've got the height in the middle. They've certainly got the experience in the middle now with Sam Foley and Liam Jones starting in the middle as well. Rocky
Barring having a run there as well. He's manned up on Josh Whitford. Lovely tap out there from Roach to Whitford. Whitford kicks inside 50. Chance here for Burling. He got to it first. Dropped the chest mark. Out the back row bottom. Dangerous. Little snap for goal towards the goal square. They're going to clear it out there, the Blues. Desperation kick's not bad. Gains 60 metres. It's going to come back though. Nicholson. Handballs to Roach. His kick's high one towards the goal square. Blake Waite nearly takes a mark out in front. Good work there, Burling. Gets it to Pfeiffer. Pfeiffer's worm burner. Gets it to Jones. Jones 45 kick daring. But got it to Lucas Wootton. You can be daring if you've got the skill level, can't you? That's the thing.
That 45 kick at high risk, high return.
Absolutely. Avery Thomas. Oh, gee, gets it nicely there to Wheeler. Wheeler sees Barron up against Josh Arnold, who did it well in the end. He didn't infringe, and he got a hand in, or did he infringe? Now we've got a whistle from I don't know where. From Tom McEntee it was. Now Josh Arnold is pleading innocence. So Tom McEntee was the furthest umpire from the contest, but he thought it was a free kick.
Yeah.
I thought it was a bit rough on Josh Arnold. He didn't actually make contact.
No.
I didn't think. Up towards half forward. Oh, nice mark, Isaac Hyatt. He plays on now, gets a bit of space. High kick. Ben Hyatt front position. Foley's there out the back. Sam Foley, can he take possession? Brewer. Oh, the big fella nearly kicked a goal, and getting a hand on it was Nicholson. So through for a behind. So inside 50s for Dave Gruber this quarter, 5 apiece.
It's the unlikely roving option there, Brewer, wasn't it, on the back of the pack? So
the big fella there. He's got a lot of promise. I think he's only grade 11.
Yep.
Basketball or 2, I believe. Is now cruising out of fullback this time is Brady Simpson. Gets it nicely to Manson. Manson kicks the fence side of the wing, but Josiah Burling has drifted up, and he's taken a mark. A couple of kicks out from goal. Keeps the kick low. Front position, Simpson did well. He's Shady. Now to Wootton. Gets out of trouble. Swings it towards goal. McCormack. Oh, gee, big tin, and McCormack's taken a strong mark. He had the size advantage, but he just used his body beautifully. Projected the drop zone, and has taken a strong mark.
Big presence down there. Like, as I say, neither side have a really tall, strong forward, but to have Tiernan down there certainly gives a target.
Tiernan McCormack for the Blues, has he kicked it? He has. That's 5 goals now to the Blues. First of the day for Tina McCormack, who's been sacrificed a bit out of the ruck duties and is playing as that tall forward target. Yep.
Well, I think in that first quarter, I think he took a couple of ruck contests, but I think they may have been forward line stoppages. So I think most of the centre stuff was taken by Brewer and Riley Apted none.
We've seen today he's got his hands to a few of those big marks, but just hasn't quite clunked him. But that'll do his confidence a lot of good. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61.
I think that's really what Launceston need, is they just need that contest in the forward line, because they've got such a volume of small crumbing forwards that get the ball to ground and use those smalls at your feet.
Pretty entertaining game, this one. Teams 5 and 6 on the ladder.
Yeah,
it's good open footy.
It's ebbed and flowed a bit.
Yep.
Sort of
tackle laid there on Jones, and he'll be penalised. They'll pay advantage. No, it's going to come back here, and free kick to Callum Thompson. Kick comes to half forward. Wheeler handballs it to Pfeiffer. Got out of trouble there. Now to Barron. Gee, that's a nice ball from behind there by Brady Simpson on Barron. Simpson follows up. Barron lays the tackle. Good contest between the two youngsters. Ball up. Centre wing. Roach with the tap. Couldn't find one of his on-ballers. Goes in a second time. Another stoppage.
Sam Foley's looks like he's rucking for Launceston at the moment, so probably gives them an extra midfielder around the contest once it hits the ground.
And he wins the tap. Finlay's in there. Takes the footy. Gets it to Whitford. By hand now to Thompson. Thompson to half forward. Players fall over left, right and centre. Getting there now is Whitford. Feeds the handball to Blake Waite. Backwards to the marshal there in Josh Arnold. Kicking towards full forward. Off the pack, Atkins. Ends up with Jones, who's everywhere at the moment. They break out of defence. The handball comes out here.
It's Wooten, I think.
Yep. Burling couldn't quite get an effective possession. It's back into attack now for Glenorchy. Fife was in the contest, but that's a great mark. Taken there. That's Liam Ling, the young devil, grandson of Danny Ling. That was a strong mark against a much bigger opponent.
Yeah.
So Liam Ling, I think number 60 on his back. He's only about 30 out. Seen him kick a lot of goals for the Devils along the journey the last couple of years. Proud Magpie. It's one they badly need. And Ling has kicked it. So that was a beautiful kicking action for goal. That was straight as an arrow, Darren Geard.
Yeah, once again, a bit against the flow of play at the moment, with Launceston sort of having some scoreboard pressure applied. So, so Glenorchy dragging one back there.
Yeah, they've done it a couple of times now. They've in the first quarter, the Blues kicked a couple and they just kicked a steadying goal. And they've done it again here. 5-2-32, 7-3-45, 12 goals in this game already. And we're just over halfway through the second quarter.
Seems to be the scoring end, seems to be the northern end. So kicking into the shade.
Yeah, it's, most games here with that prevailing northerly.
Yeah.
The town end, the southern end is favoured. But, kicks getting good distance at both ends. Roach with the tap. Shark by Wooten. Runs into his own teammate. Gets a handball to Gillow. To half forward. McGann overruns it. Little kick inside 50 by Presnell. Chance here, Gunther, using all his experience there just to keep the ball in front of him. And sees it out of bounds. Might quickly get round the other TSL venues. So load up the app there. And Clarence 37 lead North Hobart 15. And at Twin Ovals, it's the Tigers 40, Lauderdale 14. So Roach, sorry.
I was going to say that Tigers Lauderdale game, that's that really for that third spot on the ladder.
Absolutely. Jones breaks clear. Over the back, chance here. Faulkner nearly gathers it, does now. Gets tackled. Brody Glenn's there to Whitford. Swings the kick with the right foot, only as far as Foley. He'll have to kick it quickly. Gets semi-smothered. Close to the boundary line. Good tackle, Presnell. And now sees his opponent over the boundary line.
Probably lucky the line was there.
Yep. No, it's a vice-like tackle by young Lockie Presnell, boy from St Patrick's College. Made his way to the senior side last year. And And the long shadows now. It's getting cold, groups. I shouldn't say it's getting cold. It is cold. Quick kick in here towards McCormack. He overruns it. It's closer to goal now. Just beside the left behind post. Tonight, City Park Radio is at the Elfin Sports Centre. The Launceston Tornadoes versus the Bendigo Braves. The last home game of the season for the Tawns. See if they can get a win over Bendigo. Went down last night against the Chargers, so you'd think the Tawns would be a bit of a show in that one. So both Foley and Manson shielding their eyes from the sun as they come into a contest. Foley wins the tap. A lot of players around the ball, and we get a pushing the back free kick. And by the way the players are going, it's going the way of Glenorchy. And Josh Arnold in his 250th game. What a great servant he's been for the Pies. Shorts it up here, looking for another great servant of the Pies, and that's Daniel Joseph. Takes the mark just inside the boundary line. So 3 goals to Launceston this quarter, 2 to Glenorchy. Across the 18-minute mark. Long kick by Joseph. And a great spoil there from Pfeiffer.
He's come over the top. He's belted that away.
And he almost took out a few crowd members there, just in front of those cars. And a powerful spoil. So we've got a boundary throw in. Defensive side of the wing for Glenorchy. So now it's Manson and Foley. I think I've seen a game where we've had so many undersized ruckmen. Anyway, here we go. Foley. I think Manson might have won the tap from behind. Tries to find Connerling. Pfeiffer's tackled. Jones is in there. Had a great game so far. And
Wooden's got the ball. There's a bit of a scuffle behind play.
Wooden out of Faulkner. Good spoil there from Nicholson. Loose footy, numbers with Glenorchy. Connerling. Gets it back now to Meredith. Taking possession. Well, not taking possession was Rowbottom. Not paid a free kick there. Now Gillo's got it. And there will be a stoppage near the centre circles. You listen to City Park Radio 103.7 and 96.5. And the score is 45 Glenorchy, Launceston 32. Dave Moore, Darren Geard, Dave Gruber and Tony Webb. There's Rowbottom again. He's in top of everything at the moment. He's tackled to the ground. So just a rare long run of stoppages here. It's been a pretty open game since the first 10 minutes of the first quarter. As Manson's got it. Another stoppage. Grubbs is pretty busy here with the hit-outs. Let's have a look at some of his stats here. Inside 50s are 7 apiece in this quarter. Foley, nice releasing tap out. Isaac Height with the handball. It's back in there again. Does it beautifully. Quick kick forward. McCormack again. Oh, it's a great mark. It's a fantastic mark out in front.
It's Riley Nunn.
It is,
Riley
yes.
Apted, yeah.
Riley Apted Nunn.
Yeah.
It's, drifted forward and rucking during the day. But, gee, that was a fine contested mark. Now, what's the umpire saying here? Just directing traffic.
I think he was just clearing the area of players around. So
they're unearthing some good young players, the Blues.
Yeah.
And,
I think debuted last week.
He
I
did,
believe.
yes. I saw the social media on that. So Riley Apted Nunn. Just to narrow the margin. Oh, gee, that's a low kick, but he's kicked it, I think. That wasn't the most glamorous kick I've ever seen, but it's a goal.
It got there.
It got there. It's the main thing, and a good reward for a fine mark. And I was looking at Tina McCormack as the prime target there, but Apted Nunn has just drifted in and, taken a great contested mark.
Yeah.
So
I don't think we would have seen potentially too many contested marks from Launceston.
No, and I think for either side. I mean, it's not their game today with the lack of tall timber that both teams have got. What's the score there, group? 7-3-45 to 6-2-38. So a 7-point margin. And as we thought before the game, this game could go either way.
Yeah, and I think this is sort of time of the quarter where you would hope that that Launceston can, don't let Glenorchy score and see if they can put another one on themselves.
Good game of footy here at Windsor Park. Hope you're enjoying it on City Park Radio and via the TSL live stream. Apted Nunn. He's gone straight in the ruck. Adrenaline flowing. He got the tap out, but his fellow ruckman sharked it in. Manson. Players go in hard. Trying to emerge there was Gillo. The tackle went a little bit long, but it's going to be a ball up. $7 points the margin. Thump clear. Running onto it is Liam Ling. Took a lovely mark earlier. It's tackled from behind by Gillo. No free kick. He's diving in as Liam Jones. The ball's now been scrounged to about 45 out from Glenorchy's goal.
You can see Josh Arnold's trying to set up behind the footy there, marshalling the troops.
Taken by Rowbottom. So a goal either way here. 9 minutes this quarter. I mean, pretty important. Bit of momentum going into half time. Goes the footy. Manson. Connor Ling snaps towards goal to the goal square. Clears the contest. And it's out of bounds. Just beside the left behind post. Glenorchy deep into attack. 23 minutes gone. 45 plays 38. Glenorchy in front. A lot of players in that attacking 50 for Glenorchy at the moment. Modern day footy, Geardy.
Basically every player forward of centre at the moment. So
who can take possession? Blake Waite can. He's laid upon there by Wheeler. So another ball up. Both teams sensing this last bit of the quarter is important.
I think Launceston would be hoping for a fast transition and see if they could actually open them up on the way out.
And a little hooking kick there from Liam Ling. Goes out of bounds on the fall. He's got too much hook on it, which might give me a little bit of a chance to look at an AFL update. At half time, it's North by 6 points, 8-3 to 7-3 over the Suns. And Western Bulldogs 44 points down to Port Adelaide. At half time there as well. The kick comes up towards the wing. Finlay's there, but that's a great mark by Isaac Hyatt. Great first quarter with the 7 possessions. He's had just as many in this quarter. He has to play on now. Oh, gee, handball to Conor McCormack. Giddy shaking his head. McCormack gets it back to Hyatt. Somehow they might get out of this. Burling to Gillo. They're all under pressure every single possession. Now to Jones. Oh, he gets out of pressure somehow with a little bit of dash. Chris Judd-like. Now's to Burling. They did get out of it. They're going to go inside 50 now, Launceston, and hits the chest of Ben Hyatt. All's well that ends well. Now he's going to go centering kick. Oh, it's going to come off to Sam Foley. Mitchell Thorpe there was...
Tell him to take his 30.
You heard that? You heard that here on City Park Radio.
Yes, I think he...
I don't think he wanted Ben Hyatt to pass that off.
No, I think he wanted him to take his time and have the shot. So, but look, I suppose they've got a little bit of territory. Certainly straighten it up to Sam Foley.
He's kicked one this quarter. And this would put the margin back to just 1 point. In a very enthralling contest here at Windsor Park. Sam Foley, close to the man on the mark. The kick is off to the right. Gee, they could have done with that one, the Blues, but they're back within a goal. 6-3-39, 7-3-45, 25, nearly 26 minutes gone here on City Park Radio. Out of the square, Gunther gets himself 60 metres. Looking there for Roach. Good thump for behind there by Thomas. It's right in front of the Launceston club rooms. And about 10 players are around the contest. And there'll be a stoppage. Umpire throws the ball up. Foley taps it straight out of bounds. Rinse and repeat. Here we go again.
I think he tried to get it to, I think it might have been Isaac Hyde in the stoppage there on the fly, but or it might have been Liam Jones.
Foley against Roach once again. Roach wins this time, and he kicks it out of bounds as well. So another boundary throw in. There's Foley, Hyatt, and Liam Jones all in the same year at St Patrick's College. This time we might get a clearance. No, we're going to get another stoppage. Just time the ball up. Just looking at Groups' inside 50s for this quarter. And Launceston 9, Glenorchy 8. So pretty even from that point of view. But Launceston really got themselves back into this game. As Hyatt now collects the ball near the boundary line. Thinks about a handball. Then goes an ugly torpedo-like punt inside 50. Almost comes out. Ben Hyatt nearly took the mark. Brady Simpson, though, handballs to a teammate under pressure. And once again, it's out of bounds.
It looked ugly, almost effective.
Yes. Ben Height would have been just about within range there if he'd taken that mark. So got 27 and a half minutes. We had a few goals kicked this quarter, so we might have a minute or so left. And another boundary throw-in. Foley once again looking for one of his on-ballers on Wooden, but it's out of bounds. Right in front of the big light post there. Kiosk. Doing some business there in the background if you're watching the stream. So I've had about 5 stoppages in the last minute or so in the same spot. See what happens here. Out we go. Hyatt, Isaac Hyatt, centering ball. In the goal square, can someone pick it up? Nicholson is happy to see it through for a behind. So they're within 1 goal now, the Blues. 6-4-40 to 7-3-45. But we should get a bit of a release from that forward pocket. The ball was there for a fair while, Giddy.
A lot of stoppages.
Josh Arnold now, back pocket. Over the top here towards Brady Simpson, who takes the mark comfortably. Might go back to Arnold. Does indeed. So Josh Arnold. He's got Meredith if he wants him on the near side. He goes to the far side though. And finds
Is it?
Finlay or Rowbottom? I think it might be Finlay as it's back now to Arnold. So looking for a way to escape. Launceston have set up pretty well here.
Yeah. Basically trapped them back on that last line that they really just, Launceston need to get numbers down there just to shut down those spares.
Brady Simpson now. He goes the long kick. Spiralling punt. Almost marked there by Foley. Off hands. Player tackled. Thrown to the ground by Foley. Ball sends the Launceston crowd. It's going to be a ball up.
Probably unlucky there, Sam Foley. It looked like the first one may have been incorrect disposal.
Foley now takes it out of the ruck, tackled from behind, high by Roach. So here's an opportunity late in the quarter for the Blues to even perhaps hit the front. They're 5 points down. Foley taking his time and not far away from siren time. Nearly 30 minutes gone. Kicks long to the goal square. Can someone take a grab for the Blues? Clears the contest. Another behind. Gee, they've been peppering in this last 5 minutes or so. 6-5-41, 7-3-45. Game of footy here at Windsor Park. Stay with us in the second half. I feel this one could go right down to the wire. Short kick in now. Finds Connor Ling. Handball now to running Liam Ling. Oh. That's a lovely kick to Rowbottom. They're away here, Glenorchy. Rowbottom takes it. He kicks to space inside 50. Which way will it bounce? It won't bounce at all because Avery Thomas has got back there against Blowfield and taken a fine mark. Not a great kick, I don't think, there from Rowbottom.
No.
I should have at least made it hit the earth.
Yeah.
Someone to run onto it as it's
I think you're right. If he'd gone to space, I think then it becomes a foot race. Mind you, Avery Thomas is very fast.
He is indeed. 7-3-45 Glenorchy at half time. And they lead Launceston 6-5-41. So in that quarter, the Pies kicked 2 goals, 1. Launceston, 4 goals, 5. So, yeah. Basically, Glenorchy won the first quarter, Darren, and Lonnie won the second.
And if you look at it, Launceston 11 scoring shots to Glenorchy 10. So that quarter, Launceston certainly more efficient as far as their, with greater efficiency in their forward entries, would have actually gone in with a lead.
Goal kickers to half-time. Glenorchy, 2 goals to Nathan Blowfield, 1 each to Luke Nicholson, Isaac Manson, Adam Roberts, Liam Ling and Blake Waite. And for the Blues, 2 goals to Ben Hyatt, 1 each to Sam Foley, Tina McCormack, Liam Jones and Riley Apted-Nunn. As the Pies jog off the ground. So, yeah, we've got a real contest. I think both teams could take something out of that first half.
Yeah, look, I think if we looked at it quarter time, sort of thought that Glenorchy really controlled the territory battle and put the score on the board. So for Launceston then to even up through that second quarter was a fantastic effort from a young group.
I think the Blues stopped the run of Glenorchy. They got in that first quarter. They were moving it beautifully from their half-back line.
Didn't have the impact like Josh Arnold probably didn't have as much of an impact that quarter. So that could be just the scoreboard pressure and the amount of ball that was coming in.
Dave Gruber, team stats before we go for a break.
To half-time hit-outs, pretty even. Glenorchy 25, Launceston 24. Clearances, 18 for Glenorchy, 16 for Launceston. Inside 50s, 21 for Glenorchy, Launceston with 20. Marks inside 50, Glenorchy have taken 5 and Launceston 4. Intercept marks, Glenorchy 7, Launceston 4, and free kicks 13 for Launceston and 10 for Glenorchy.
Pretty even, aren't they?
They are, yeah. Probably towards the tail of the contest at the moment.
4-point difference here at half-time. Time for a break and a hot drink. At half-time, hot coffee or mocha from our sponsor, Brew Coffee Hut, making hot drinks for you at the game today, and you'll find them right next to the Launceston change rooms there on the far side of the ground. You probably see it from time to time in our live stream. Okay, half-time here. It's Glenorchy 7-3-45, lead Launceston 6-5-41, 4-point margin. Back here at Windsor Park in just a moment.
Thanks, Daz.
Welcome back here to Windsor Park at half-time, and it's a really close contest. The Pies are 7-3-45, leading Glenorchy 6-5-41. And the boys from Lonnie's Stats Department, Darren and Damien, have brought out the stat sheet. And Daz, what does it tell you?
Look, certainly around the middle of the ground, so Isaac Hyde had 9 for that quarter, so he's had 16 for the game. Liam Jones, 7 for the quarter, so he too's had 16. Bailey Gillow again, solid 6, so he had 15. Probably other notable ones were Josiah Burling had 9 in that quarter, so rebounding out of defence. And Sam Foley, after a quiet first quarter, had 8, and surprisingly 9 hitouts as a relief ruckman.
Yeah, there goes. And, he's been rucking against Isaac Manson, Liam Roach, and, as I said in the call, we don't often see a game where there's neither side really has a true tap ruckman. I mean, Tina McCormack could potentially be, but... Yeah. Mitch has wanted to play him at full forward most of the day.
Yeah, more of a key forward sort of thing. So it was interesting there when there were certain stoppages in the forward half. It was still Foley that was rucking, and Tiernan was playing more forward.
You think that was a good move to move Foley from that deep full forward into the play?
Yeah, got him into the play. And as I say, he started the quarter as a high forward, and then eventually went onto the ball.
Well, we're hoping to talk at half-time to Jordan West, who's the D-League coach of Glenorchy, but he may have got caught up. Perhaps helping coach the senior side. So we'll interrupt our chat here if he comes along. But just a couple of... We should mention that there's black armbands are worn today for Liz Curtis from the Lonnie Footy Club.
Yeah, so...
It's a sad passing.
Yeah, look, Liz, a significant stalwart of the football club, life member, part of the kitchen crew. So I certainly saw a lot of fitting tributes from... past Launceston players for Liz's contribution to the club. Certainly will be missed.
One I meant to mention last week was Des James, who back in our area as we were growing up. Even though he played down south, we used to see highlights and that sort of thing. What a great ornament to the game he was, with Sandy Bay and Clarence as well, and just a real role model for younger players.
Yeah, it's I suppose we're probably in the vintage where we probably didn't sort of see a lot of Des James and even Brian Lowe this week as well.
In a minute, yeah.
So people who've contributed significantly to Tasmanian football, both are Hall of Famers, I believe, in the AFL Tas Hall of Fame. So as I say, certainly I think if I was to talk to a lot of the old people around, they would certainly reflect on some magnificent stories around those two.
Yeah, so segue there to Brian Lowe, who coached East Launceston their only premiership in 1967, and once again, I can remember East growing up, but I didn't remember them in that era, but he certainly was, every club that he went to, he met with success, and a great role model, and people that played under him and with him to this day say, what a great football person he was, and he passed away this week, sadly, at age 85.
I think he was also in the City South team of the century, I believe, and a premiership player at City South as well.
Yeah, a great ornament to Tasmanian footy. And an exciting time for Tasmanian footy at the moment. Darren, your role as Northern Regional Manager at AFL Tas.
Yes.
And what's it like to have a job such as that in such an exciting time for Tassie footy? A time, not an easy time. There's got a lot of change going on. But
there is, yes.
Yeah. What's your role entail?
So basically, as regional manager, I suppose I oversee the competitions, being the NTFA, NTJFA. So we've got a competition manager for each of those. Not so much the TSL, that's sort of more has its own competition manager. So, but obviously working through what the football of future is going to look like with the Premier Leagues around the state. So obviously with Launceston North coming back into the NTFA fold in 2025.
So preparation in full swing now for that.
Yeah, for sure. So we've got through the I suppose the initial part of getting all the teams organised. Now we can move on to the operational stuff.
Absolutely, yeah. It's the teams have been named, and the news during the week, North and Launceston now
they're in the fold.
They're in the fold, so that's good news. And we've got a special guest here at half time. It's Jordan West, who's the victorious coach today of the D League team for Glenorchy Footy Club. I'm Dave Moore, and Darren Geard here with you. Welcome to City Park Radio, Jordan.
Thanks, mate. Thanks for having me.
No worries. How's the camp there at half time? And basically had the best of the first quarter, but Glenorchy came back to you a bit in the second quarter.
Yeah, it was credit to them. Like I think they won the clearances in the end. Like Foley and the ruck started getting a bit of advantage. Got them forward. Jones around the ball. Like just started getting it in a bit quicker. So put us under a bit of pressure down there. So hopefully the boys in this second half can bounce back, I suppose.
Let's talk a bit about Glenorchy Footy Club. I mean, sort of hit a bit of a low there. For personal reasons, Aaron Cornelius stepped away from the coaching job. There was no D-League side. And the club was talk about the future of the club. Since that low point, what's happened to rebuild things?
We've had like a bit of a change at board level as well. So it started from the top. We had Pete Bowie come in, who's done a heap of work at there. Jez obviously has brought a bit of a different feel to AC. He was a great coach in his own right. So it's a bit of a change there. Made a bit more enjoyable place to be at in general. And then we've had good people coming back and get involved as well. So it's just been a whole club approach. Like people, we've got the past players back involved who have been massive around the club on not only assisting with the women's program, but just in general, helping out blokes, taking them around to training and whatnot. So.
And to get those experienced players back, Jordan, I mean, I look down the list and I see Harrison Gunther, also Brady Rowbottom, Daniel Joseph, these sort of guys. Jay Bowden has played a bit this year. How important it's been to get those experienced and talented players back? Oh,
it's been unreal to have H. He's driving the standards back at training. Since
Harrison?
Back down. Harrison, sorry. Yeah. Since he's been back down, and to have DJ available today as well. Far out. He's probably one of the best kicks I've ever seen. Just to have him back around, it's unreal.
How important is the success of the Glenorchy Footy Club to the area of Glenorchy and the northern suburbs there of Hobart?
Very. As we've heard before, a strong Glenorchy is a strong competition. So, just to have us now on the way back up, it just speaks volumes for where footy in Tasmania is going. There's a lot of good young kids coming through today. So.
Yep, and the under-18s are going okay as well?
Yeah, so they've won a fair few under another past player in Tim Green.
Yep.
So they've won a few games. They'll sit on top of the ladder for a while, but they've that's a team full of 15, 16-year-olds. So fair bit of future there.
Just on Josh Arnold, so significant achievement today, 250 games. So if you can give us sort of a bit of an overview on Josh.
Josh.
Don't throw him under the bus too much.
He likes to talk about himself. He's done a lot for this place. He's 3-time best and fairest winner. He's a best clubman award, premiership player. Obviously coached the last 2 years. It's just he was always the first to training. Did the most amount of work he could. He's got the best out of himself. So I couldn't speak any higher of him really.
No, and I said pre-game or just in our preamble today that I think when the history of the footy club is written, Josh may not be seen as the saviour, but one of the people that really saved the club and started that rebuild.
Yeah, absolutely. He'd be just making it a more enjoyable place to be around. He's one of the key figures of it, really.
Because he could have gone to other clubs, I'm sure, for money, but he had that loyalty of the black and white, didn't he?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep, so recognise there 250 games to Josh Arnold. So we were just talking as you got here, Jordan, about the Northern Premier League here next year in Northern Tassie, and of course it's going to the Southern Premier next year down south with Brighton being included. So how do you think things will change much from the club point of view?
No, we'll just continue to operate the same way it is. Like we're going to be we're playing against the same teams essentially, so it's going to continue to be a high standard. So we just want to make sure that we can really set the building blocks up for a strong first year in the SFL and future, I suppose. And
the excitement around the AFL team coming in and all those sorts of things?
I'm ecstatic about it. Can't wait.
Excellent. Yeah, not the only one, so yeah, it'll be fantastic. Look, just to quickly before we let you go, your D League today had a good win.
Yep.
How are you enjoying the coaching experience?
It's interesting. I've coached juniors, but it's a lot different trying to coach and play men's footy. I've got a great mate of mine helping me out though, which makes it a lot easier. So, bit of a learning curve also makes me focus on what my game is a bit more and how I can improve. So, yeah, but it's been fun.
Give us a couple of the young players that were in the D League today that you think could be future solid or senior players for Glenorchy, or if you can single a couple out.
I got one. We had a young bloke who played his first senior game for the club. His name's Jed Evans. He kicked 4 goals and he set up quite a few of them on debut. Another couple 16-year-olds in Lucas Camrick, who's a son of life member David Camrick.
Familiar name, yes.
Yep. And Jay Sling, no relation to Danny, unfortunately.
Okay.
But he played. He's only 16 as well. Played quite well. So.
Just on the Ling boys there, haven't they developed as footballers? I mean, they're in the Tassie Devils, and just watching them here today. Yep. 2 fine young footballers.
Oh, very good young footballers. Very stoked to have them. Spent about half hour on the phone just trying to sort it out this morning. So.
Yeah, well, we mentioned that, like the mindset for those young blokes, thinking they're going to play a game in Melbourne, all of a sudden cancelled or postponed, and to play footy at TSL level today.
Oh, it's great. It's just great to have them. But I can imagine they took it all in their stride. So they said they'd understand if they didn't get a game. But of course, you always want to have blokes of their calibre playing.
Absolutely. No worries. You keep young players down here at the moment.
Yeah,
giving you a hard time.
I'm sorry.
No, that's all right. That's all right. Look, Jordan, thanks for joining us here on City Park Radio, and all the best for the rest of the season. Are you in the hunt for the finals?
Yeah, we're sitting 4th and we're 2 games clear at the moment. With 6 to go, so after having a year off, it'd be great to be able to make it.
And great for Glenorchy Footy Club to be in a final series.
Absolutely.
No worries. Thanks, Jordan, for joining us here on City Park Radio.
Thank you for having me.
No worries. That's Jordan West, the coach of the Glenorchy D League team, joining us here at half-time. We'll take another short break here, and when we come back, we'll set the scene for the second half.
That's what I'm for. I know I've got to get there. I just can't get there.
When does the sun get to there?
10 minutes after we go on.
Here with Dave Moore, Darren Geard, Dave Gruber and Tony Webb here on City Park Radio at half-time, where Glenorchy are 7-3-45 leading Launceston 6-5-41. I can see Tony over there. Hopefully he can hear us, and he's striding over the great surface here of Windsor Park, and he's been down to the Glenorchy rooms.
For a little bit, yeah. The early part I wasn't, but probably turned out okay the way Jordan was looking around for somewhere to go.
Okay.
Yeah, look, Josh spoke just before they came out on the ground then for a couple of minutes. He says they've really got to get back the intensity they had in the first quarter. They softened off a little bit in that quarter and allowed Launceston back into it. He said primarily, I think his name is Barr, number 50 for Launceston.
Ollie Barr? Yep.
Yeah, Ollie Barr. They're going to try and man him up, make him a bit more accountable.
Okay.
Because he said all he's doing, he's not interested in getting the ball, he's just trying to stop you, which I think was on Daniel Joseph in that quarter, wasn't he?
I don't think he's, in fact, Geardy's looking at the stats. He hasn't had a stat yet. So there you go.
Yeah, that backs that one up then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Look, he basically said Launceston, we're breaking even in the middle. We've just got to try and control the outside more, like we did the first half of the first quarter. If we can get back to that, get that intensity. He's really pleased with the way the defence have been going throughout the whole game. So he's sort of saying, if we can get it out from the outside and play our game, speed it up when we can, or if we need to, but just be careful with what you do with it. Rather get caught with the ball rather than just sort of turn it over 25 metres away because you kicked it hurriedly, thinking that's your first option. Really, it sounds like he's really just trying to get them used to the idea of playing under some sort of pressure, and in that way, if they do hold off on the disposal of the ball and get a bit of pressure applied and then still use it well, they'll learn a lot more than if they just sort of run it and gun it without looking. So more intensity, certainly from the midfield forwards upwards. Still fairly pleased with that. Very pleased with the defence, and just feels that the few lapses there allowed Launceston back into it.
And Tony, it seems like a fairly injury-free game at the moment.
Yeah, it has been. There's one guy came off and just had his legs rubbed, and that was about it. Lucky Presnell had a bandage put around his knee because there was a bit of blood there at quarter time. But other than that, I think the umpires are looking pretty good too.
No worries, Tony. Thank you for that report there at half-time. Very, very good indeed. At half-time at Bellerive Oval, it's Clarence 8-13-61, leading North Hobart 3-5-23. And at the Twin Ovals, it's the Tigers 7-6-48, leading Lauderdale 2-6-18. And we just had a look at the Daniel Joseph stats there, just the 4 possessions.
Yeah, so he only had 4. As we say, Ollie Barr hasn't had a stat, but I would take the 4 possessions for Daniel Joseph as a little bit of a win.
Absolutely. The AFL, just looking at the scores there, and it's all tied up between North Melbourne and the Suns, 8-5-53 apiece. And it's still Port Adelaide by 46 points against the Western Bulldogs. So, brings you up to date here on the City Park Radio. A lot going on in footy. We love this time of year.
Yep.
It's, you just start to see the finals in the distance. Today is the last, the last game of the second round of matches. So after today, everyone's played each other twice. And then they head into the last round of games. We're here next Saturday, Launceston and North Launceston. Bit of a skeleton crew next week because the clashes, unfortunately, with the AFL game. But we will be here for that one.
No, tell me Nathan Roach may be on. Nathan Warren,
yes.
Roach Warren,
yes.
may be on board.
Absolutely. He comes out for the Lonnie versus North games. As we're back underway here in the second half at Windsor Park. And trying to break through there is Thompson. Tackle laid there at Launceston. Great tackle, Sam Foley, one of the best in the business at that skill. Yeah, laid the tackle there on Connor Ling. Now Foley dashes away from 60 out, kicks towards the goal square. Gunther's there with McCormack. There's some holding on going on. I think it was against...
Must have been paid against McCormack.
Yep, against Tina McCormack. Came back to Harrison Gunther.
He gathered the ball well on the ground.
He did. So Harrison Gunther played a little bit of VFL footy with North Melbourne a few years back. Moved into state and now is back with the Pies. Kick comes up into Blake Waite. Good spore from behind there by Burling. Burling comes back and picks up the ball. Handball to Jones, who weaves through pressure. Now to Faulkner, who's tackled, coughs it up. McGann One of those panic kicks that Tony was saying that Josh Arnold didn't want. And that ends up out of bounds. Slightly defensive side of the wing for the Pies.
So Foley's back. Looks like he's rucking again.
Yeah, I think that might be the pattern for the rest of the game. Doubt whether he'll go forward again for an extended period of time anyway. Ball picked up, kicked high. The direction there of Avery Thomas, who couldn't quite take it. Off the ground there from Joseph. In the path of Adam Roberts, had a big first quarter, quieter in the second, can't pick it up, runs into an opponent, and then lays a tackle.
It was Avery Thomas, I think it was, at the bottom of that.
It's only young Avery Thomas, but he's the body of an older player, isn't he?
Attack on the contest there was great.
He was one of the players that was named for the Devils today. Up it goes. Ball hits the deck, Gillo's in there. Out now to Rocky Barron. His handball looking for Presnell's not great. Has to get after it as Presnell. Could be a turnover now. Here goes Glenorchy back into attack. Manson hits the contest hard. Loose footy. Nicholson's in there. Be another ball up. Foley with the tap. Beautiful to Jones. Now to Barron. Gets around Thompson. Barron kicks straight to Brady Simpson. So Simpson now on the wing. Can relaunch here for the Pies. Takes his time. Now there's a whistle on play. No, play on now. Simpson tries to get round Ben Hyatt. Does a little 360. Kicks to attacking 50. Burling slips. Allows Waite to take the mark. Plays on. Tackle from behind. Holding the ball. It's a great presence there from Josiah Burling. And that could be a really important tackle. The story this game is told. Foley now, though, back towards Waite. Releases the handball. Row bottom. Joseph. In fact, that was Dilger, beg your pardon, to the goal square. Good saving mark there from Conor McCormack. McCormack. Kicks long to the far side. Off hands, front position Foley, tackled by two. And we'll get a ball up.
Just came out of the hands of the trainer there, Sam Foley. I got a high knock in that contest, previous contest.
And Max Walker, a regular commentator here, is on the Gold Coast today. And he's telling me that Labrador are 40, Morningside are 12 for those interested in the quaffle. There's probably not many people. He was up there today. He ran the Gold Coast Half Marathon, Max.
Ran.
Shuffled. Yeah, he was a umpire still, so I think he shuffles in that as well. Out it comes now. Chance. Connor Ling kicks inside 50. Contested footy. Pies snap for goal. That's Liam Ling. Heavy contact as he kicked it. Sails out of bounds on the full. Seth Pfeiffer, a little bit ginger in back play. Doubled over slightly. It's not moving too well at all. Comes out now to Thomas, the kick.
That's no 50.
He was about to call the 50 there. A little shove as he took the mark. Thomas, risky kick. Jones fumbled the mark, span out of trouble, gets clear, kicks up the wing. One-on-one contest here. Over the back, Wooten with the spoil. McCormack comes out. Whitford might see it over. No, he takes it in, then gets tackled out of play. That's one of those marginal ones, Darren Geard.
The safety of the line there.
Bounty throw in.
Take out Jones, good boy.
Seth Pfeiffer seems to be okay after copying that knock. Deep in the goal square. Bottle the forward 50 now for Glenorchy in shade. Front position Foley. Taken by Connor Ling. Shrugs a tackle, inside out kick. Burling will get there first and takes a good mark. Josiah Burling. Great season with Launceston. And back from the Perth Footy Club. That's a great kick. Yeah. Finds Barron. Now Rocky Barron kicks wide here looking for Faulkner. Takes the mark. Has a bit of space. Back to Barron. Who's starting to come into the game, Rocky Barron, after a quiet first half. It's about going back to Faulkner now. He'll have to play on and go longer. He coughed it up. And good mark there taken by Connor Ling. So Connelling, defensive side of the wing for the Pies. No goals yet this quarter. This quarter following the pattern of the first quarter. First 10 minutes without a goal. Luke Nicholson. His kick's not great. Picked up nicely though there by Whitford. Kicks to half forward and finds Dilger. Matthew Dilger. Oh, that kick's not great. Falls to Hyatt. Heavy contest there. Player goes to ground injured. For Glenorchy, I'll just pick him up. Just went down in that contest, number 29 there. That might be a jumper change. So, Tony, if I get you on there to number 29 for Glenorchy, that'd be great. Ball's tapped towards the boundary line. Finlay sees it out of play. Not a massive crowd here today, as the visiting team is from the south. But a few patrons over there. Lonnie Faithful just knocked out of bounds once again. Players looking for deliberate, and it's paid. So Glenorchy players appealing there.
I think it was the ruck contest that was punched out on the full.
Yep.
So it must
of
have
course,
quickly,
yes.
yeah.
Of course. Connor Ling. Shorts it up now to Thompson. He plays on, gets himself under a little bit of pressure. Centering kick, Thomas Smart, knockout. Straight to the lap there of Jones. Plays on immediately, looking for Hyatt. But mopping up there nicely was Callum Thompson again. So still that half-time margin of 4 points. 7-3 plays 6-5. We've been playing nearly 8 minutes this quarter. Boundary thrown once again. Foley might have been held in the ruck contest. He was there. So Matthew Joseph is the jumper change as Gillow comes away from the contest. Finds Conor McCormack on centre wing. Sprinting to get head of the ball was Pfeiffer. He did well. He come up from full back. Now Seth Pfeiffer can kick a ball well. And he finds that man Ollie Barr, who's had that checking roll on Joseph. Possession number 1, says Darren Geard. Ollie Barr. Centering kick. They fly. Good mark in front there. I think that's Connor Ling once again. Has been really impressive. Releasing kick now to Thompson, who's got some space. Now to Finlay, who's got even more space. He can get a good bounce. He does. Takes a bounce through the centre of Windsor Park. Backtracks a little. Handball to Roach, who'll need an outlet handball. Gets it backwards now to Meredith, who goes sideways. And I think that's Nicholson over there. In fact, it's Thompson again. It's the handball away. Up to Brody Glenn in the long sleeves, the number 46. Kick there, looking for Waite and finds it. So good possession footy here from Glenorchy. They've kept hold of the ball from deep in defence. And now they're at left half forward. Centering kick again for Thompson, who's had a lot of it today. Oh, he drops the mark. Has to get away from his opponent Wootton. He's swung in the tackle a couple of times. Close to the boundary line. And rolling over the line there is Josiah Burling. Boundary throw in.
He's been good, Burling.
Yes,
given him a lot of drive from the back half.
He's had a good season. 26 possessions, I know, averaging. I know a lot of those are the kick-outs from full-back, but he's done a fantastic job. As Wootton gets it now to Isaac Hyatt, tries to find a way out of trouble. Defensive handball to Barron. Now off one step, Presnell just launches it to the wing. And that's a really good mark in front there by Cooper Meredith. Meredith, little kick, holds up for a while. Will find Whitford. He'll have to play on. Swings to half forward. Jones is there. Over his head. Burling again. Gets it with a 1-2 with Rocky Barron. Back to Burling. Back to centre wing. It's pinballing at the moment between wing and half forward for Glenorchy. Little kick Hyatt. Not effective. Simpson swung in a tackle. And umpire says throw it in. So North Melbourne, it's a little lead over the Suns now, close to three-quarter time, 10-6 to 9-5. So we've got a boundary throw in. No score, Groups, is that right? The computer's gone to sleep there. To get it fired up again. I don't think there's been any score in this quarter. The ball comes up now here towards Dilger. That's how long we've had score. The computer's gone to sleep. And so it's 7-3 to 6-5, so 11 minutes gone.
I think Barron looks like he may have been moved behind
across
the
half back,
footy.
yeah. Yep.
He's actually had a bit of it.
Because he had a very quiet first half.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's been really good across half back. Now it's half forward for Launceston. Quick kick by Faulkner towards the goal square. Ben Hyatt there, but he couldn't take it. That was really smart play there from Meredith. Shorts the kick and finds Manson. Manson gets it to Roberts. In fact, that was Brady Simpson there with the one-on-one with Hyatt there before.
Yep.
That great effort. Now Joseph gets it a half forward. Green, kick to the pocket, strong mark Brady Rowbottom. The kick from Green was a bit high and Rowbottom really had to stretch for it. And he's right on the boundary line, about 40 out. Avery Thomas on the mark. We're right behind this one. If you're watching on the stream. As the plane goes overhead, groups. Reeves could probably identify it in a minute. As, here comes Rowbottom. Close to the man on the mark. That's a great kick, Brady Rowbottom. What a goal that is. The first goal of the third quarter. Never in doubt. Went back and he steadied for the kick. He was confident in his own ability, Brady Rowbottom.
And I, like you, thought he got too close to the man on the mark. So, yeah.
It's his first for the day. The first for the quarter. Margin out to 10 points. 8-3-51. Plays 6-5-41 here at Windsor Park. Darren Gear.
Yeah, great contest to start the quarter sort of thing. It's been played between the arcs. For Glenorchy, which going to the scoring end, even though there's no breeze to speak of, so to get a score on the board at last, probably they needed that.
Yeah, and I miscalled the play before. It was that one-on-one with Ben Hyde and fullback there. It was Brady Simpson. Then he followed up his work there and got involved further up the ground, but... Yeah, it was a good play from the Pies.
Yeah, if that ball had come to ground there, you would have thought the Launceston probably could have created a scoring opportunity.
As we just get the first little lick of sunshine here on the balcony, it just makes things much more pleasant. Finlay now from the middle, up here towards Waite. Over the back, Burling had it spent before he got it. Chance now again, Rowbottom to Waite, to Roberts, who's on the boundary line. Kicks towards the goal square, leading out in front. Almost a mark there towards Liam Ling, I think it is. Contested footy on the ground. There'll be a ball up. Gee, Liam Ling, he nearly got the contested mark again. He's got a beautiful one in the second quarter. Not a big he's a young player. He's not a big man, but certainly a little bit of spring. Ruck contest, which way is it going?
Launceston.
Seth Pfeiffer.
Yep.
Handy player to have in defence as a backline ruckman, isn't he? Man of his size. Going to go long down the line. Yep.
He certainly rucked a lot last year, I think, for the Blues.
Great long kick on him. Flying from mine was Tina McCormack. Taken by Finlay, good sized player, who's out of bounds before he kicked it. He's from New South Wales, Jacob Finlay, if I remember rightly. Recruited this year to Glenorchy. Margin 10 points. Just one goal kicked in this quarter. 14 and a half minutes gone. Foley, front position. Liam Roach tapped it straight to Conor McCormack, who threw it on the boot. Now, this will be an interesting call. What do you reckon, Geary?
Inside the field of play. Wasn't deliberate, I don't think.
No, that was my question.
Yeah,
I knew it was okay. I reckon in the AFL...
would have been different.
I reckon that would have been paid. Groobs agrees. Yeah, but TSL, no, he was shown some mercy. Boundary throw in. From the tap. Isaac Hyatt lays it a tackle. Secondary ball up. Some stats inside 50s for Dave Gruber, 7-3. Don't think we got the halftime stats, did we, Groups? Did we? Did we do them? We did do them.
Yeah,
we did. That's right. We're doing again at 3/4 time, of course. As Isaac Hyatt takes it, swings down the left boot, takes his time. Kick could be okay there for Brewer, who's been shifted forward. Now Tina McCormack tries to break a tackle, bit ambitious, got caught holding the ball. So Daniel Joseph has been marked by Ollie Barr. Tactical move there from Mitch Thorpe. Joseph gets it to Brady Simpson. Defensive side of the wing. Shorts it up to Connor Ling. Takes the mark well at his bootlaces. Back to Simpson. Handball over the top to Glenn. We'll get it back. Well, Simpson. Well, the handball wasn't great. He goes in after it, though. Manages to gather it in. That was Luke Nicholson there. Couldn't take it with him. Now Foley. Kicks it to full forward. Brewer. Big fly. No mark. Gunther there. Handball missed the mark. Gunther again. Oh, is he caught, Harrison Gunther? I think he is. No advantage paid. No, it's going to come back.
I think the umpire almost went to call advantage, but Bailey Gillow was about to be tackled when he was about to call it, I think.
Good tackle there from Caleb Brewer now. Gets himself in a bit of trouble. Has to kick forward for Apted Nunn. Over the back. Thompson, who gathers it in. Apted Nunn went in hard. Might have caught him high. Now it's a contested footy near the boundary line. Isaac Hyatt snaps and misses. One behind. Launceston's first score for the quarter. 6-6-42. 8-3-51. 9 points the margin. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals in Knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. From halfback, Gunther. Back now to Simpson. Goes wide. Gee, that's a good mark. I think it's Nathan Blowfield over there. It is. He kicked a couple of goals early. Faded a little bit out of the game. Kick to the wing. Over the top of the contesting players, out of bounds. Check that Suns North Melbourne score again, because that's an interesting contest. And North out by 13 points now. Surely the Suns.
Not good for my tipping.
Hey, they say Suns. I still think they'll get up and win, but gee, they just can't handle away from home at all. There's Foley wins the tap, but it's sharked. Glenorchy play could have been held without it. Bursting through now is Jones. To Gillow. Handballs backwards. Presnell. Caught in the tackle. Now to Foley. They did that pretty well, the Blues under pressure. Kick to half forward. Who's over the back? Chance here for Jones. Puts pressure on his opponent. Causes the stoppage. Right half forward for the Blues.
I think that's what Launceston just need, that contest in the forward line and get it to ground and allow Liam Jones and the Hyatt boys to show their wares.
Yeah, they can kick match winning goals. There's no doubt about it, those small forwards for Launceston. Speaking of which, Ben Hyatt lets fly. Not great on this occasion, into the netting at the back of the goals, out of bounds on the full. And the leaving kick will be taken by Daniel Joseph. City Park Radio Sport next week at Windsor Park. 5-2, Launceston and North Launceston. Short kick comes out to Gunther, who takes the mark. That could nearly be 50 against Ben Hyatt. But no, says the umpire. Shorts it up now to Nicholson. He's been a busy player all day. Come up through the ranks at Glenorchy. He kicks a good one out of Connerling. He has options in the middle. Leading up there is Dilger. 2016 Premiership player. Kicks to half forward. Nicely weighted kick for Blowfield. He's off and running. Gets to 50. Centering kick. Blake Waite. Clears him. Chance for Rowbottom if you can pick it up. Rowbottom and Waite there. Kelp does okay. Oh, Rowbottom just takes it off him. Snaps towards goal. Which way will it bounce? Straight in the lap there of Avery Thomas, who's tackled immediately. Be a ball up in between the goal and behind post at the northern end of Windsor Park. Pies deep in attack. They lead by 9 points. They've kicked the only goal this quarter. It's just tapped through for behind by Josiah Burling. He can be played deliberate for that one, can you?
If it goes from the full, yes.
Okay.
So it's probably lucky. I reckon it bounced on the line.
Okay. Josiah Burling, what a kick out that is. Taken by Presley, decides not to play on. Now he goes. He's got a lead up play in Brewer. He misses him, so this could be costly. They butter up okay, though, the Blues. Tackle late from behind. The kick still comes out to Joseph. That was Josh Arnold who got that kick. Yep. To half forward. Now the Pies centre the ball. McCormack in the right place. Blowfield flies. You get back at McCormack. No, said the umpire. Now Manson. To Dilger. Little shimmy. Manson again. Back to Connerling. He's got a player on the 45 here, and he hits Adam Roberts on the chest. Smart play by the Pies here. Patient play.
Just patient play.
They didn't rush the ball.
Find the spare.
And that spare is Adam Roberts. A great first quarter. He's kicked a goal today, averaging 15 possessions this year per game. He's kicked 8 goals for the Pies prior to this game. Sets it up. Flyers wanted. Oh, and Flyers there are. And that is Nathan Blowfield, who's taken a really good mark. He was the undersized player in that contest, and he just had the superior judgment. And he's taken the mark and should kick his third. He's come around the angle. He's going to snap on the right foot. Foley on the mark, adjacent to the goal square. Launceston players have been cleared out. They'll rush at Blowfield as soon as the play on call is made. Here we go. Blowfield has kicked his third goal here at Windsor Park. Nathan Blowfield, 3 goals. He hasn't had a lot of it, Giddy, but gee, he's been classy when he's had to be involved. Yeah. And that was a really good contested mark.
It was, yeah. I think we sort of commented before that there hasn't been a great deal of contested marking. A lot of it's been fairly open. So, they're worth their weight in gold at the moment.
Groove, just give us some stats to give my voice a rest for a moment.
Hit-outs, Launceston on top this quarter, 11 to Glenorchy 4. Clearances, Launceston 7, Glenorchy 4. Inside 50s, 9 for Glenorchy and 5 for Launceston.
Okay, so, inside 50s this quarter, well in advantage of Glenorchy. And they've just got that handy lead, but it's not insurmountable, 16 points. You'd rather be in their position at the moment.
As we said, strangely enough, all the scoring sort of been at that northern end to the right. And we'll see how this contest pans out.
From the centre clearance. Tackle laid there on Isaac Hyatt. Connerling tries to escape. He's caught from behind. Holding the ball, and it's a great tackle there by Bailey Gillow. The Blues need to respond. The 23-minute mark, the score's gone really quickly.
Yep.
We haven't had a lot of goals kicked. I only say we've got a couple of minutes of playing time left. Mark taken there by Hyatt, Isaac Hyatt. Goes sideways. Connects with Josiah Burling. Back into the centre square. Long kick's a beautiful one. Now to Kelp. He'll find Presnell, who's been good on that wing all day. Now he takes the mark. His opponent falls over, so he gets some space and separation. Kicks up the wing. Finds Barron, who's had a bit of it this quarter since being moved from deep forward. Now Jones with the fly. Nearly took the mark. A high tackle there. I think it's going to come to Liam Jones. It's a fair way out. On the angle, right against the boundary line on the right-hand side, the West Tamar Highway side of the ground. But he is a good shot on goal, Liam Jones. Kicked 1 today. What quarter was that, Darren? Kicked that goal. It was in
the first quarter.
First quarter, yep. So Liam Jones is a really important kick for the Blues. Set sail towards goal, will fall a centimetre short. It's not through for a behind. And it's still North Melbourne by 13 points over the Suns early in the last quarter. 6-7-43 Launceston. Glenorchy 9-4-58. 15 points the margin. Gunther from fullback. Goes sideways and finds Josh Arnold playing his 250th game. And what a great celebration it will be if he can get those Pies up today for their 4th win of the year. So didn't win any games last year. They're much more competitive in season 2024. Long kick here. Front position, Waite. Over the back, Barron might have got one high from Joseph. That's the way the umpire saw it. So back to Rocky Barron. They might have found the spot for Rocky Barron.
Yeah, he's been very good off half-back. Has this been reversed now, I think?
Hold on. There's a little bit of how do you do after the free kick was paid. Lots of jumper pulling. They've separated. I think it's going to stay with Rocky Barron.
I think the umpire is pointing it back to...
Yes, it's back to Matthew Dilger.
Yep.
Might have caught one in the snoz there. So that's a costly turnover for the Blues as we approach the 26-minute mark. Kick up the wing, not a great one. Might fall okay. Over the top there from Connerling. Falls off the boot there, a Glenorchy player. That was Thompson. So spills out of play. Now they're 60 metres out from goal.
disappointing turnover there when you look at it. Launceston could have been going, had a shot on goal at the other end.
Absolutely.
To now having to defend.
Almost a little bit of sunshine in our balcony now. Won't last too long though. Hate to be a pessimist, Darren, but make the most of it. Make the most of it. My feet are cold. It's over the back. Dilger slams on the boot. Straight to Burling. Might have been tackled without it. Roberts. Oh, gee. Big tackle line by Thomas. He's laid some big tackles today, Darren.
Yeah.
He's only about 17 years of age, I think, Avery Thomas.
Strong build, though. Yeah.
Absolutely. He's going to be a player. Tap towards the boundary line. Taken by Barron, who doesn't muck around. Kicks it straight up the wing. Mark taken by Daniel Joseph, but too far out to attempt a shot on goal. A little bit of push and shove. So, interesting quarter of footy. It really tightened up. And Glenorchy now 9-4-58. Leading Launceston 6-7-43. So, after a fairly high-scoring first half, in that quarter, Glenorchy kicked 2 goals, 1. And Launceston only the 2 behind. So, interesting quarter footy. Not the way I thought it was going to pan out in that third quarter after we had a fair number of goals in the first half.
Exactly, and the way the second quarter sort of opened up, you would have thought, well, that would continue on. But it certainly turned into a very dour contest. But as I say, it's interesting that most of the scoring's been done at that northern end. So we'll see what the last quarter looks like.
Oh, sorry, Gribbs, it was already off. Gribbs told me to put his microphone off so he could cough, and I turned it on. That's all right. What have we got now? The problem is here is
the sun. The problem, that's not the problem.
The sun is on our button, so I can't tell whether they're on or off or not. Anyway, better go around the grounds here. It's getting close to the end of the game now here at Launceston Arena. They started at 1:30, and Clarence 13-15-93, leading North Hobart 3-6-24. Down at Twin Ovals, a big win coming up here for the Tigers. 11-9-75 to Lauderdale 3-7-25. AFL-wise, Darren's sweating on a couple of these for his tipping, but I'll tell you what, North Melbourne, long way to go though. 12-7-79, leading the Suns 9-7-61. And Port Adelaide, 13-9-87, the Bulldogs 4-4-28. Did you pick the Bulldogs?
No, I went for Port.
I went for Port too, so pretty safe one there.
I think with the Bulldogs with Jones and Waitman out, I think that sort of tipped my tip.
Let's look at the goal kickers here at Windsor Park to three-quarter time for Glenorchy. 3 to Nathan Blowfield, 1 each to Blake Waite, Liam Ling, Adam Roberts, Isaac Manson and Brody Rowbottom. And for the Blues, 2 to Ben Hyatt, 1 each to Sam Foley, Tina McCormack, Liam Jones and Riley Apted-Nunn. Gribbs, fire away. Stats.
35 for Launceston, 31 for Glenorchy. Clearances even, 24 apiece. Inside 50s, Glenorchy 31, Launceston 26. Marks inside 50, 8 for Glenorchy, 5 for Launceston. Intercept marks, Glenorchy with 11, Launceston the 7. And free kicks, Launceston has 22 and Glenorchy has 15 to three-quarter time.
Yeah, so those inside 50s in that quarter, 10 to 6 groups. So Glenorchy having most of the play in that quarter. We're going to take a break here at City Park Radio, and when we come back, we'll set the scene for the last quarter of play here at Windsor Park with Launceston trailing at the moment by 15 points over Glenorchy. Sorry? That's hard. I know. There's been no real full quarter. No. This three-quarter time break was brought to you by Brew Coffee Hut. Time for a break and a hot drink. Get a cappuccino from our sponsor, Brew Coffee Hut. They're at the game today near the Launceston Club Rooms. And thank you for your support in season 2024. Okay, Darren, what do you got there stats-wise?
Yeah, look, I think we noted through the call with Rocky Barron moving to half-back, so he actually had 9 for the quarter. So
Wowzers.
Yeah, Liam Jones 7 for the quarter, so he's up to 23 possessions. Josiah Burling had 7 for the quarter, he's up to 21. Interestingly, from a Glenorchy point of view, Blake Waite had 7 for the quarter. So
okay, yeah, he's a good contributor.
Yeah.
Yeah, we just talk about off air there about, you've got to do your votes at the end of the game. I think Launceston had a core of really consistent players across the day, but I think the Glenorchy performance has been more even. They've shared the load a bit more. They've had players come in and out of the game.
Yeah.
But just at the moment they feel like the better team, but we saw Launceston come back and nearly hit the lead in that second quarter. So there seems to be a scoring end today. There's no real reason for that.
No.
Because it's not a breath of wind, but it just seems to be the way the game's going.
Perhaps the club room end.
Yes.
We'll call it. So that's the influence there in front of the crowd that are over in the wet area. So,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I think if you looked early, the first quarter, you would have said Josh Arnott was well and truly on track, but he's sort of somewhat been nullified. So I'm not quite sure whether they've actually sort of had someone go to him to try and shut him down, or.
I mean, when I commentate, I remember players I've called Brady Simpson a lot today.
Yeah.
I've called Luke Nicholson a lot today. Some of these guys.
And as I say, there seems to be a fair bit around Blake Waite. I'd say the fact that the Launceston stats guys have started taking it, that they were certainly concerned about his impact and influence on the game.
He's a very versatile player, Blake Waite. He can play any position.
Yep.
Last quarter action here at Windsor Park on City Park Radio. The margin's 15 as Riley Apted none misses the tap out, and he goes after it again. First centre clearance is undecided at the moment as Liam Ling, who's got in there for a bit of a run on the ball. He gets ridden into the ground. We've got a secondary ball up. Find the ball up. Apted none over the back. Wins the tap to space. Little kick forward.
Looks like Avery Thomas has gone forward.
Yes, interesting move. Yeah. I like his backline pressure, I must say. He's a great tackle.
Well, I suppose with the move with Rocky Barron going behind the footy, it's probably had the opportunity that they could actually release him forward.
Down it comes this time to Thompson, who's had a lot of it today. Callum Thompson.
That pressure there from Thomas just rolling up on the back of the stoppage.
It's great to see Thompson, Nicholson, Simpson. I watched these boys since the bad or hard days of Glenorchy.
Yep.
Make their way into senior footy now. They're really good players. So credit to Josh Arnold and the crew down there. Worked on all those boys. Another ball up. Manson arrested with Foley. Nullified each other. Out comes Hyatt. Gets it to Conor McCormack. Smart handball over the top to Liam Jones. Oh, he's going to get tackled from behind. He gets away with it. Here's Wooten. He takes on the tackle. And Adam Roberts says, "You're not going nowhere, son." And he wins himself a free kick. Wooten needs to be careful here. He needs to give the ball back. So great experience there from Adam Roberts.
Yeah. I thought the tackle might have been high, but it could have been that Lucas just sort of lowered himself down in the tackle.
Short kick from Roberts now to Thompson. Little touch ball there. So it'll fade out of bounds. Good work there from Avery Thomas.
Jonesy.
First goal's pretty important here. So Jonesy gets a bit of advice there. Did you see the signal? We didn't hear what Jonesy had to do.
No.
That was Mitch Thorpe, by the way, listeners.
I think it may have been a signal around the forward entry, I think.
Okay.
So.
Which you might have known are the Thorpe mannerisms.
Yep.
There's tap out. Out it comes to Avery Thomas. Spills. Connor Ling. McGann. Tackled by Isaac Hyatt. There'll be a ball up. We're about 55, 60 metres out from the Blues goal. First goal really important in this game. The tap out, Jones. Straight to McCormack, Connell. Inside 50. Joseph gets back there. Good pressure from Barr. Ben Hyatt. Foley. Here's Wooten. And Lucas Wooten, it's always off to the right. We just saw the pressure there of Ollie Barr, and we talked about his one possession. But Joseph looked like he was going to take that mark. He just put the body pressure on.
So look, I think Joseph, so up to 3/4 times had 6 possessions.
Yeah.
So I think that's a win for that matchup.
Oh, the kick comes in over the top of Roberts to Connell McCormack. Now, he's probably too far out to score. We're right behind him here on the balcony, shutting our eyes from the afternoon sun. Giddy's got the sunglasses. Forgot them. Connell McCormack. Thinks he's got the distance in him. Let's see. Brady Rowbottom kick one from here. And Connell McCormack, that's going to be a goal! Connell McCormack, sensational. That was a tough shot, and it just made it over the players stationed in the square. And that's a real team lifter for the Blues, Darren Gidd.
I would say the way he was lining up, he wasn't confident, but that never looked like missing.
Wowzers, and we saw Brady Rowbottom kick one from there. Maybe Connell McCormack was remembering that on a still day like this, you can just get it to the face of goal and just got the required distance. So 7-7-49, 9-4-58. Margin is 9 points. A great contest here at Windsor Park.
He's had 13, Connell, playing off a wing, so...
He's averaged 15 possessions this year, 10 kicks, 5 handballs. From the ball, from the bounce at the centre of the ground, I have to go again as the ball escaped the bigger of the two circles.
Umpire Tom McEntee.
Yep, one of the best in business. We've tracked his career since he started as a youngster. Gee, that's nicely taken there by Connor Ling. Moves beautifully out of the centre. Into attack now for Glenorchy. Can they answer that goal from Launceston? Atkins. Oh dear. I think he's in trouble, young Ollie. Now there's a kick on goal. And just keep an eye on the player. I think it was Blake Waite. There who's kicked that goal in the long sleeves. There was a play on there from the free kick. And I'm not sure if Jason can see whether do a replay there on that goal or not. But yeah, I think it was number 2 there, Blake Waite. We'll put it down for him. So that's his second today. And a pretty important goal for Glenorchy by the number 2 there, Blake Waite in the long sleeves. And just what Launceston didn't want. Down.
Yeah, well, sort of probably against the early flow of play in this quarter.
Well, Suns have come back. They have narrowed the margin out as 4 points. And North Melbourne have got a bit of a habit of fading late, haven't they? Yeah. So I'd still have my money on the Suns. And so we've got a secondary ball up now in the centre of Windsor Park, which is now probably a third covered by shade. Apted Nunn takes it out of the ruck contest, tackled by Manson. Now Connor Ling with a releasing kick towards half forward, knocked out of the contest. To the side to Connell McCormack, shovels it out. Player tackled from behind there was Green, and there'll be a ball up. So margin back to 15 points, same as it was at 3/4 time. A goal apiece in this last quarter. Wooten gets the handball over the top there towards Wheeler. Ball hits the deck. Barron to Wheeler again. He's kicked to the wing, looking there for Isaac Hyatt. Takes possession. Backwards to Jones, who's under pressure from Roberts. Handball couldn't find a teammate. So good pressure again there from Glenorchy. And they're going to emerge here through Rowbottom to Manson. Throws it on the boot. Rowbottom's up there. He might take it, Brody Rowbottom. No. Blowfield does, and he kicks his 4th. Nathan Blowfield has kicked 4 here at Windsor Park. And a great display of forward craft. And he's really taken the margin out now to 21 points. And that's going to be tough for the Blues to rein in.
Yeah, for sure. Making the most of those forward entries down there at the moment.
Yeah, just right place, right time. And yeah, Rowbottom, Blowfield, these sort of guys.
Just dangerous around
yeah,
goal.
It's dangerous. And real terriers too. Yeah. Hard players. And they made a contest of it. Spilt the way of Nathan Blowfield. And as I said, he's kicked his 4th, 2 in the first, 1 in the third, and 1 in the last. And after the Blues kicked that goal to get them back in touch, they've conceded 2 quick ones. And now it's probably a game high 21 points, I'd say, here at Windsor Park. from the centre. Manson takes it again. Kicks long towards half forward. Atkins, he probably could pay the mark. There he is.
Yep.
I don't think he realised it. He tried to kick the ball, but taking the mark, Oliver Atkins. Debuted this year. Goes sideways. Finds Kelp. Bailey Kelp. Back in the direction of Atkins. Takes the mark. He's got a sideways option here in Pfeiffer. Burling, I beg your pardon. So Burling over the top now to Barron. Rocky Barron, 9 possessions in that third quarter. Lovely kick, finds Bailey Gillow. Sun an issue for the players now. So it's low on the horizon. Nice kick from Gillow, finds Colin McCormack. Kicked that magnificent goal. Now he's going to get 50. He might get a chance to kick another goal. As Blake Waite moved off the mark. And let's see where he gets marched to, or the player on the mark gets marched to. Only about 20 out.
Yeah.
So a real opportunity here for Colin McCormack to kick his second of the quarter. They make the margin once again 15 points. 9 minutes gone. Hush over Windsor Park. Big moment in this game. McCormack 20 out. Puts it through. Blues back within 15 points of Glenorchy. So 2 goals apiece now in this quarter. 9.5 minutes gone, and they just they've got that pole still going.
They're hanging around, aren't they? Yeah. Really, they just need to string a couple of goals together, I think, and put a bit of pressure back on Glenorchy.
Go to the Roos, so they're back out by 10 points.
How long to go? Not long.
About 8 minutes. Today's broadcast brought to you by Elgas for your LPG needs statewide. Talk to the locals with knowledge. Phone 13 11 61. Well, that's one of the games in the tipping, though, where most people would have gone for the Suns, don't you think? Or have you got a few opponents who went for North?
You'd probably be thinking that if on form, you'd go for North because the Suns don't win in Melbourne.
Yep, true. Beautiful conditions still here at Windsor Park, although my feet are very cold. Yours, Darren?
Yes, correct.
Liam Roach with the tap out. Gillow tries to escape. Good handball to Jones. Here they go, the Blues. Inside 50. Hyatt front position. At the back, Avery Thomas been shifted forward. The dangerous Ben Hyatt's got it. Dispossessed. Chance now. Lucas Wooten. Right foot. Check side. Kicks a good one to Foley. Sam Foley takes it. Just 20 out. Slightly left of centre. Smart kick, Lucas Wooten.
Great play. Yeah.
Yeah, just showed his bit of class there. Come across from South Launceston in the Devils program. Nothing here to run in that. That was a very smart play. So Sam Foley, who's kicked one goal today in the second quarter. See what he can do here. He's kicked a goal, has he? Yes, he has. For Launceston, Sam Foley. And now they're within 9 points once again. So some swings and roundabouts coming up in this game, there's no doubt about it.
Kicking to that scoring end.
Yes.
So it's been a quarter where the momentum sort of shifted a few times. So it'll be really interesting to see with another goal to Launceston here. It might tighten up on Glenorchy a little bit.
Yeah, 11-4-70, 9-7-61. Still got plenty of time left in this game. Approaching the 12-minute mark. 2 goals now to Foley, Hyatt, Ben Hyatt and Colin McCormack for Launceston. And 4 goals to Blowfield, 2 to Waite for Glenorchy. Centre clearance important here. Fife has been moved into the ruck. Immediately has an effect. Gets the handball, another clearance coming here for Jones. As he handballs to Gillow. But Gillow can't quite escape. Might have got one high there, right in front of the umpire. High tackle by Finlay. Now Gillow. Inside 50, Foley again. But good mark at the back there by the 250 game coach, Joshy Arnold.
Just read the ball on its fly.
Beautifully. 45 kick towards the boundary line. Looking there for Blowfield. Can't take it. Kelp falls over at the crucial moment. Gets up. Players sag off him. So he can get it back to Jones. Had a big game today. Left foot straight towards Arnold, though. He might have got front on contact. No. Avery Thomas did it pretty well. He worried Arnold out of it.
I think he kept his eye on the ball. That was the thing. So and actually was able to make contact with the ball. So the inside 50 for Launceston just about totally in shade now.
Inside 50s for Dave Gruber this quarter. Launceston about 6-3. So Glenorchy have kicked a couple of goals out of their 3 entries. Foley front position on Roach. From the follow-up. Oh, gee, the player tackled hard there was Brodie Glenn. No free kick. Just outside attacking 50. Hoping for our first close finish this year on City Park Radio. They've been few and far between. We had a lot of North Launceston games, obviously. Well, here's Connelling who's tackled, and he's going to be penalised. Tackler was Sam Foley, who's having a big influence on this game right now. Boof is the call. Plays on. Falls about 20 out. Front position. Ollie Barr. Now Connor McCormack. Oh, smart handball. Bailey Kelp. Didn't anyone touch that? They did.
On the line, I think, yeah.
Josh Arnold again, who's got some heroics happening back there at the moment. He must have just got a fingertip to it.
I think the ball just bobbled up and just allowed him to knock it over the line.
8 points the difference. 14 minutes gone. City Park Radio 103.7, 96.5. Gunther, short kick out to his fellow experienced player in Joseph Daniel. Daniel Joseph now to Manson. Manson has a hit-up player now in Finlay. They worked it out pretty well. Back to Manson, who's having a good quarter. Isaac Manson to half forward. Oh, gee, that was smart play there by Roach. Got it to Liam Ling, who kicks it inside 50. Finds Rowbottom, does he? Oh, there's a tackle laid. Gee, that was a smart little play by Roach there.
He just tapped it. He probably could have taken possession.
He could have taken the mark.
Yeah.
He said, oh, just tap that
to advantage.
To advantage. So we've got a bounty throw in now. Pies have turned defence into attack. Front position Pfeiffer. A lot of Blues at the back. They have the numbers. Rocky Barron kicks to space, only as far as Nicholson. Will get a friendly bounce, will he? Takes his time picking it up. Gets around, gets a little block there from Glenn. And spots up Roach. Oh, he's off now, Roach. Gets it back to Nicholson. 50 out. Luke Nicholson, long kick towards the goal square. Good work there from Brewer, who's now down back. Jones has been everywhere. Kicks, but only as far as Brodie Glenn, who plays on the left boot, towards goal. Smashed through there by Caleb Brewer. One behind. I'm going to take a breath, Giddy. Talk to us.
So Caleb Brewer, I'm not sure whether he's actually rucking and just gone behind the player or whether he's actually been moved into the back line. But a couple of key contests there that he's actually won the contest. So
yeah, it's we young players, you've got to give them different experiences, don't you? You've got to find what their niche is.
Yep.
And I think it's great by Mitch Thorpe to do that. As the kick comes out now to Pfeiffer, who's been moved up the ground. Now it's Avery Thomas. Smart little handball, is it? No, it couldn't quite be taken there by Wooten. Turnover. Pies through Roberts. Kicks to half forward. Waits there. Oh, lays a tackle on Kelp. He swung a couple of times. Just releases it in time, I'd say. Burling lays back on a kick and finds Isaac Hyatt. 16 minutes gone. 9 points the difference here at Windsor Park.
That's a good kick.
Lovely kick now to Wooten. His kick's a long one, searching one. Oh, gee, didn't break stride there, Presnell. Great kick, Wooten. Now Presnell finds Foley. 2 kicks out from goal. He plays on straight away. Has a leading player in Ben Hyatt, who slides in and takes the mark in scoring range. Okay. He's on the boundary line. 20 out.
Ben left footer, isn't he, I think?
No, I think,
right, is he right?
I think he's a righty, but yeah, he's well within his capabilities. That was great. Some great kicking skills there.
Yeah, great transition from the half-back line to actually get it out the other side.
So Ben Hyatt, who's kicked 2 today, and they were in the first and second quarter. Ben Hyatt has kicked a goal for Launceston. And the margin is just 2 points here at Windsor Park. 10-8-68, 11-5-71. And great, I mean, talk about 3 or 4 kicks in that chain that were just elite. And Ben Hyatt, that was a tough mark. He had to slide in, take it on his chest. And once he gets within, that range of goal, he's just so deadly. So 3 goals now to Ben Hyatt. What a game we got.
And the first kick on the 45, once again, risk, but actually picked it off. Just got over the Glenorchy players' hands. And all of a sudden, that just opened up the other side of the ground.
So the sun has disappeared for us, sadly, in our commentary area now. And it's starting to disappear off the ground altogether pretty soon. So we've still got probably 10 minutes of really good footy left here. Blues have been involved with the close ones this year.
Yeah, there's been a couple of games where they've actually held leads late and unfortunately been pipped at the post. So
they did win that close one at Lauderdale.
Yes, yeah. Lost a close one, I think, at Kingborough.
Yep, and they lost a close one here. Young Kingborough, Ryan Bradburn kicked a goal in the last 30 seconds.
So 2 Kingborough contests were very close, yeah.
So tackle late. So they quickly search for an AFL score. Oh, very close. 50 seconds left.
Go Suns.
North 4 points over the Suns. Can North hold on? Check that in a minute's time. See what happens. We've got a ball up. Attacking side of the centre circles for Launceston. Manson. Oh, gee, threw Fife out of the way, but play on, says the umpire. Another ball up. 19 minutes gone. Plenty of footy left here. Stay with us here on City Park Radio. Tapped out by Manson. Forward to the contest. Oh, taken by Rowbottom. Kicks to space in the forward line. Front position. Blowfield can't quite take it. On the follow-up. Left foot snap. Nathan Blowfield. I thought it was sailing towards goal for a moment, but it falls short.
Burling.
And Josiah Burling has been one of the best players on the ground for mine.
Yeah.
Been fantastic back there. Kicks up here. Front position Roberts. Falls to the back to Isaac Hyatt. So Isaac Hyatt on defensive 50. Going to go sideways.
Very difficult conditions back there, isn't it? With the sun sort of in your eyes.
Went the short kick to Kelp. Ended up with Connor McCormack. Now back to Isaac Hyatt. Lays it back nicely to Jones. Jones now. Thinks about handballing it to Hyatt, who was under a bit of pressure from behind. Has to play on now, but he finds Hyatt in space.
Yeah.
Great running Isaac Hyatt. Has a lead endurance. Had injury problems as a junior. Great player for Launceston. Liam Jones up into it. Foley! Flew high, couldn't take it. McGann gets a short kick, and gee, that's a nice mark taken there by Mitchell Green. Under a bit of pressure. Foley worse for wear from that big fly. Transference of play now to Waite. He has to play on. Kicks to half-back. Finds a teammate there in Liam Ling. Hands it off to Simpson. Simpson goes wider looking for Blowfield. Spoil from behind. Ball hits the deck. Nicholson goes away from the contest, but there's a whistle on play. And it's going to come back for a free kick. Back here to Nathan Blowfield.
I thought Glenorchy were away there too, so I'm not sure why the umpire...
Full time. Bad news for you, Geardy, but great for North Melbourne. 87 to 83. So Suns' finals chances take a little bit of a blow there. Now Glenorchy kick inside 50, good kick. And that finds Matthew Joseph, who's changed numbers to number 29. He's been quiet today, the veteran. But as we know, good players can pop up under pressure situations. He's taken the mark just outside 50. He'll deliver, I reckon. And 21 minutes gone. This won't be the nail, but it will make it very difficult for the Blues to kick 2 goals the other way. Matty Joseph, vice captain of the Pies. Kicks towards goal. I think it's got the journey. Has it?
Good grab.
Just inside the line. Is that Rocky Barron?
Rocky Barron again.
That was a fantastic mark. Yeah. That must have been millimetres inside. As those sort of efforts save games. As Burling now delivers it towards Jones. That was good getting a hand in there. I think it was Luke Nicholson. Just knocked the ball away. Got the glasses on. But that was a really good defensive effort. The kick was headed Jones's way, and he could have been away. It's a really good spoil right in front of the Glenorchy bench there. Boundary throw in. Foley against Manson. Manson takes it out of the ruck. And he's tackled. The Pies will be happy with this.
No,
sort of in there.
They want repeat stoppage, I think.
Absolutely.
Whereas,
we haven't had long quarters with 22 minutes now. 25, 26 might see it out. There's laying on the ball there.
Launceston just somehow have to get it on the outside of the stoppage and actually try and get the ball moving.
Manson gets the tap away, so we just repeat stoppage. A lot of players around the contest. Blues have to find a way to get it towards attacking 50. Now Foley had the chance, but kick just went off the side of his boot. Nicholson wasn't 15, had to play on. Here towards half forward, Waite flies for the ball over the back. Connor McCormack with a spillage. His handball put Burley under pressure. He tackles Waite without it. Blofield for goal number 5. Yes! Nathan Blofield's kicked the bag here at Windsor Park. 5 goals in what could be a match-winning effort for the Glenorchy youngster. And just had the presence of mind then. He just had a little bit of space, a little bit of separation, and he threw it on the boot beautifully.
Makes the most of the opportunities that he gets.
He may have only had 10 or a dozen possessions over the day, but as you say, you know, he's just that forward player that, you know, if you get in his hands, he can cause damage.
Yep.
Now, we've got a blood rule happening here. Gee, it makes it tough for the Blues, Darren.
It does, yeah. So what's the...
24 minutes gone, and 9 points difference. So Josh Arnold.
And saying that Launceston, when they've kicked goals, they've actually it's been in sort of rapid succession. So
that's right. Absolutely. We saw
6-6 helps.
Absolutely. We saw the Tigers kick 2 in about a minute here to win the game. So it's not over yet, but they'll have to score one fairly soon, you'd think. So Josh Arnold, he might get a win in his 250th. He is Jones though. He's going to have some say in it as he kicks inside 50. Pfeiffer's up there, getting a hand in there was Gunther. Tackle laid there on Simpson. There'll be a ball up, so here's the chance for the Blues. 24 and a half minutes gone, 77-68. Hope you're enjoying the action here on City Park Radio. It's deep in attack for Launceston. From the ball up. Manson with the tap to Foley, puts on the left foot, goes to space. McCormack might get there first. Pfeiffer crashes in. Tina McCormack again, he's up against Meredith. Tries to break the tackle, releases the handball to Ben Hyatt. Got contact from behind, released the ball. And now McGann lays a tackle near the boundary line. Glenorchy have done it pretty well. They've got it outside their defensive 50, right on the boundary line. Up it goes. Foley with the tap. Taken there by Connor Lang. Is he penalised? He is. Yes. He's penalised, and it'll be a free kick to Sam Foley. Sam's kicked a couple of goals today, one in the second, one in the last.
I think the uncertainty there, Bailey Gillow had a streaming goalwards, but he wasn't quite sure whether it was there free or not, so...
He stopped. Now, Sam Foley's gone back very quickly. He knows time is of the essence. 25 and a half minutes gone. He's about 45 out. 10 metres in from the boundary. Sam Foley! He's kicked the goal! Oh, what a great goal under pressure by Sam Foley. And we're back now to a 3-point game here at Windsor Park. Oh, what a game of footy, Darren Geard.
Sam Foley's kicked 2 in the last, so and really probably the last 5 minutes, those stoppages, he's actually been able to get the ball on the outside, which certainly Launceston need, so they can actually get some forward entries.
11-8-74, 12-5-75, 12-5-77, I beg your pardon. Well, here we go. Last couple of minutes, 26 minutes gone. Players are tired as they walk back towards the centre contest.
I think Launceston would be ruining the 11-8.
Absolutely. It's the voice of Brady Palfreyman there. Want Tina McCormack to come a little bit higher.
Yeah.
Meet the footy. Who's going to win this really important centre clearance? It's going to be the Pies through Manson, with those kicks semi-smothered. It does go forward though for Glenorchy. They kick it forward through Atkins, and it finds Jones. Here they go. Jones connects with Isaac Hyatt. Isaac Hyatt kicks it inside 50. Pfeiffer's there. McCormack. Oh, Pfeiffer nearly took the mark over the back. Lays the tackle. Ball, says the crowd. It'll be a stoppage. And gee, the ball somehow found its way to the chest of Seth Pfeiffer. I think he's a bit surprised.
I don't think he expected it to get through.
Absolutely. Here we go. 10 metres out. 27 minutes gone. As the tap comes out from McCormack towards the goal square. Kick smothered from Gunther. Ball comes out. Tina McCormack tries to break his way through. Cooper Meredith scores a try and concedes a behind. 2 points the difference. Players out on their feet at the moment. It's been a really good game of footy. 77 plays 75. Harrison Gunther with the footy. Breaks out of defence. Kicks it long to the wing. Joseph's there. Flies and takes a good mark. Matty Joseph. Gee, that's an important mark, Getty.
Yeah.
He's going to go short. Is it the required distance? It is to Liam Ling. This might not be, though. Joseph. No, it's paid. Matty Joseph. 27, nearly 28 minutes gone. They lead by 2, the Magpies. The kick towards half forward. Flyers needed. Over the back. Taken there by Atkins. Kick straight away. Only as far as Josh Arnold. Handballs. Comes out now towards Joseph. He's dispossessed. Play on. Here's Manson. Gets it to Green. Ends up now with Thompson. Nicholson has it in front of him. He's tackled from behind. It's at half forward now for Glenorchy. Jones picks it up. He's tackled. And it's just where the Pies want it. The Blues don't want it. That's at half forward for Glenorchy. 28 and a half minutes gone. 2 points. The lead to Glenorchy. Crowd getting vocal. Another stoppage coming up as no one can break free. Out it comes now. Gillow. Kick. Oh, player from Modern tackle without it. Burling. It's in the centre of Windsor Park. Who's going to emerge? Out it comes in towards Roberts. This way, that away. Falls over. Funny sort of handball.
Lucas Wooten's got it, I think.
Yes, Wooten falls in on the ball. But it's going to be a ball up, and the time is slipping away. 29 minutes gone. They will have to win this clearance, Launceston. If it goes Glenorchy's way, you'd say it's just about game over. Foley, smart tap, it couldn't connect. Another stoppage as Gillow's got the ball. Important win for Glenorchy. They can just stay in touch with the finals if they can win today. There it is! Glenorchy have won here at Windsor Park by 2 points in Josh Arnold's 250th game. Congratulations to him. We'll try and get a word with him post-game. Players out on their feet. Launceston disappointed, but they sort of came from behind all day, Darren. And it would, they probably would have pinched it in the end if they got over the line. But a good game of footy, and well done to Glenorchy.
Well, early on in that quarter, we thought that Glenorchy had really opened the game up and got to a lead that probably they could have held on to. But Launceston just kept pegging it back, and as we said, when Launceston's goals came, they seemed to come in multiple. So we thought that if they could actually get one on the board, that they may be a chance to actually close the gap. Just unfortunately couldn't bridge the gap to hit the front.
12-5-77. Groups, that score there was 11-9-75. Yep. So 5 goals to 3 in that last quarter. 8 goals kicked between the two teams. As we're going to try and catch Josh Arnold here. We won't keep him too long because I know he want to get to with his boys, but we want to get a quick word. Tony Webb is over there. He's just going to try and grab Josh now. And here we go. He's just going to, I think, shake it for a few more hands first before he has a word, which is fair enough too. Great sportsmanship showed by both teams. Playing in a pretty good spirit. We had a little scuffle there at one stage, but it's a good hard game of footy. Yeah. And both teams, can be really proud of their efforts today. Really enjoyable game.
I think for the young squads, I think some of the contests were really solid contests.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah.
And I was impressed with the two Ling boys today. I thought they were really good contributors. They're going to be fantastic footballers. And Lucas Wooten, just a few of his involvements as well. So we've got Josh Arnold down there with Tony Webb. Over to you, Tony.
Yeah, thanks very much. Josh, well, as a coach, first quarter you really pleased with, second you weren't, third and fourth, what's your take on it?
Yeah, look, I thought the boys were coming with a plan, and I thought the boys really executed that really well in the first quarter. As you say, second quarter, credit to Lonnie, they're a great young side and a lot of talent there. They really come hard at us, and we knew they would. We knew it was going to be a battle, and I thought in the second half it was a real scrap from both teams, and both teams locked horns and went really hard at each other. Luckily we got in on the end of it, but it could have definitely went both ways, that's for sure.
Yeah, it was. It's probably the closest game we've covered this year, so it was really good to see that aspect of it. Now, as a player, game number 250, what a way to celebrate. Yeah, it definitely is. It's something that I'll definitely look back on at the end of my career, and we've been through some tough times over recent times. So to get to this milestone and to get a win, is really special, and it's exciting that there's some good times ahead. Hopefully, and it's exciting to be a part of this, even though I am towards the back end of the career. So credit to the boys. I think you've still got a lot to contribute, actually. Now, who was your first coach when you started Glenorchy, and who've been probably the most influential coaches for you? Yeah, look, my first coach was Benny Reid all the way back in 2009 in the first year of the State League.
And throughout the journey, I've had plenty of great coaches, and one of those in Benny Beams, who's come back to the footy club and been an assistant. Ace has been a really big part of my coaching career, and has really helped me and mentored me in recent years, and I suppose really helped me through this. So a lot of credit needs to be put to him as well. And obviously the guys that we've got at the footy club now with Daniel Muir, Sammy Hall, and obviously Beamsy, to name a few, is really exciting.
All right. Well, on behalf of all the listeners from City Park Radio and the crew upstairs, congratulations on the game. Thanks for talking to us, and I hope you enjoy your trip back to Hobart.
Beautiful. No worries. Thanks for having me. Cheers, guys. Thanks, mate. Appreciate it.
Fantastic. Great interview, Tony, there with Josh Arnold. And thanks, Tony, for your efforts on the boundary today. Quite injury-wise.
Yeah, it was. A couple of bumps here and there. A couple of people got a bit of a rub down throughout the course of the game. But other than that, no, it was very good. And a lot of players were out on their feet, as you could see. Sam Foley, what a game he played, Yep. He was not off at all. In the ruck, playing as an on-baller. Superb game. If they'd won, we would have been talking to him.
Absolutely. But great game of footy. Really enjoyed it, as you said, Tony. It was good to get a close one.
Yeah, it was. I turned up for the Kingborough come from nowhere to beat them for the last 5 minutes. But in terms of the broadcast games, this would easily be the closest for the year.
Absolutely. Tony, thank you for your efforts today.
My pleasure.
Tony Webb there on the boundary. We've got to get off to Elfin Sports Centre. Well, I do, Daz. You can get down by the fire, and Gribb's got to get to the Hawthorn broadcast. So let's wrap it up pretty quick with a 3-2-1.
Well, if we start from the bottom, so one, I thought Nathan Blowfield. So make the most of the opportunities. Finish with 5 goals, and in that last quarter to put 2 on the board. To ice the match. 2, Josiah Burling, I thought really sort of came into the game. His ball use out of the back half was sensational. And 3 votes, look, I think started the game off, really controlled it from the back half there. So I think in game number 250 for Josh Arnold.
Yeah, I think when the game needed to be won, he was the general in that first quarter.
Yeah. And it may not have necessarily been possession, but it was actually just the way he dictated and controlled the troops.
Thanks very much there. 1 to Nathan Blowfield, 2 to Josiah Burling, 3 to Josh Arnold. Thanks much to our crew today. Thanks, Groobs. I know you're suffering with a bit of a cold at the moment, but you did a great job. We didn't quite go through these stats, did we? Or did we?
No,
let's do them quickly. Hit-outs today, Launceston 50 to Glenorchy 41, 15 to 10 in the last quarter. Clearances, even today, 34 to 32. The